We're on. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode 108 of the Koi Marketplace. It is freezing today. What's the temperature, Gabe? 40? So every week, Gabe's primary job is to tell us the temperature. Gabe, you're doing a really good job. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, Michael's the one who gave them the answer. So, Gabe, you're doing a terrible job. Um, so it's actually supposed to be getting warmer out. It hasn't actually gotten warmer out yet, but this week we're supposed to be hitting like the 50s or higher, right? 60s next week. Michael and I wouldn't know because we're not going to be here because very exciting. We're going to be at WGE, the Water Garden Expo. We're leaving on Tuesday to go to the Water Garden Expo to launch two new brands. We're very excited about that. We're launching Kick-Ass Pond Fittings, and we're launching Koi Pharma, which is our water treatment and fish medication line. So very, very excited about that. We will be doing some kind of live event at WGE, so you guys can check it out. I'm not sure exactly what day it's going to be on. We have to figure that out. So it's set up on Wednesday, Michael? Set up Wednesday? Right, so Tuesday we get there. So it's set up on Wednesday. I think the show kind of starts on Wednesday afternoon, and then we have a full day on Thursday, and then we have a half day on Friday, and then breakdown, and then we head back on Saturday. So we won't be doing the live show next Saturday, unfortunately, because we're going to be flying. We could do a live show from the airport, but that's about it. Yeah, we could do a Q&A. Do we have anyone on? 12 people. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday episode of the live Koi Marketplace. If you're new to the show, welcome. I invited a lot of new people to join the show in the last 2 weeks, at least 100 or so. So you were thinking someone was coming in. We expected every time we start the show, someone always ends up driving it at that moment. We've had a lot of things happening at the property right now. I'm freezing. I have my hands in my pockets because I'm really cold. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I would love to know how your weeks are going. What's the temperature where you guys are at? What's happening with your ponds? How are they doing? Are you testing your water parameters? At this time of the year, we've had a lot of rain. We've had a lot of snow. Well, we haven't had a lot of snow. We've had some snow. But we did get snow. We got more snow this year than we did last year. We've gotten snow twice this year, probably a total of maybe 7 or 8 inches here. Huh? That's a lot for us. Yeah. As I was telling you guys, Michael and Gabe wouldn't know what real snow is. They do have a house upstate, so they probably know real snow from their upstate house. But here, and we used to go sledding all the time. That was like a big deal. Like we loved doing that stuff. We would go to Old Bethpage Park, I think, and we would ride the hills there, and we would go sledding. And that just doesn't exist. The kids don't get to do that stuff anymore. Not here in New York, anyway. Well, I shouldn't say not here in New York. New York is a very big place. Not here on Long Island. Long Island doesn't get a lot of snow anymore, as we were talking about. And I jinxed it 2 weeks ago by saying we never get snow, and then last week we got 2 snows. But I got to tell you, Sound Shore Pond has been kicking butt, and they persevered, and they've been working really hard to get the pond done in front of the store. This has been a bit of a debate. Michael and I were talking about this. Should we show it? Should we show where we are? I know you guys want to see. Right now we have the big pond. The big pond is about 75% done. We need another week to get it done. So next weekend, even though we're not going to have the show next Saturday, by the following show, we're going to have a lot done. But this place is a muddy mess. Michael, take a sweep of this parking lot. So everyone has to wear boots. We all have to wear boots all the time because the mud is just horrible. Anyone commenting? Anyone saying anything? Any comments, questions? Cape Cod, Cape Cod, Massachusetts is 30 degrees, 37, 44. All right, so we're all around the same. That's right. And we used to do all that stuff. We would get so much snow. We had a food town right by my house in Massapequa, and we would get so much snow that all the they would bring in big machines, and they would pile all the snow into a giant mountain in the middle of the food town parking lot, and we would just hang out there all day and just create all sorts of fun stuff to go sledding on. 13. What? So it sounds like we're all kind of close. We got a couple of really cold ones. We got a 13 degree in where was that one? That was in Vermont. Um, but next week it's supposed to be warmer. I don't know if it's across the country, but I know here. Huh? What? All right. So we're going to Oklahoma, as I was saying before. For those of you who are just joining us, how many people are on? We had 20 on. So Michael and I are going to the Water Garden Expo, which is the largest water garden expo. It's owned by pondliner.com. It's run by pondliner.com. And that's where we're launching our two new brands. So we're pretty excited about that. We have a small 10 by 10 booth. We got some nice banners put up. We hired some models. Michael and I hired some models to take photographs with while we're there. So Koi Pharma, so we have the sexy nurse. So she's got a sexy nurse outfit on, and we have Kick-Ass Pond Fitting, so we have a sexy ninja. So whoever wants to come to the booth, we're at booth 8. So if you want to come to the booth and take pictures, you're welcome to come. That photographs will be, photo sessions will be on the 29th. So we're pretty excited, and we'd love for you guys to come down, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to showing everyone what we have, and yeah, we'll be doing some press releases as well, so you guys will get some more information. I know that Michael has talked to you a bit, and I've talked to you a bit about these two new companies in the last few shows. Questions? So that brings up a really interesting conversation. Starting your filters up. So I did a pond last. When did we do Shannon's pond? That had to be April-ish time frame. April, May. Was it warmer? Oh, it was. Okay. All right. So it was around August time frame. Uh, we did a bead filter. We did a bead filter in the ponds. Uh, he decided not to winterize his pond. The bead filter is fully exposed. It's a 3-inch bead filter. He's very diligent with his maintenance, so he makes sure that he's on it all the time. I'm not sure if he has a generator or not, but if you are going to leave your pond on all winter long, you really should have a generator just in case you lose power. Because if you lose power and you don't have a way to get it back on, uh, any water that's in the system is going to freeze, and then you're in a lot of trouble. That all being said, I just talked to him the other day, and I said, "Look, listen, do you need us to come and do a spring opening for you?" He said, "No, the pond is absolutely crystal clear, amazing. Everything is running flawlessly," and he did not even blink twice about keeping the pond running all winter. And so the question then comes up. I mean, with the weather changing, and the weather is changing, we have much warmer winters than we used to. I mean, I remember having winters where it was below freezing for 30 or 45 days. And we don't have that anymore. I mean, I don't think we've had how many. You could probably count the amount of days on one hand that were below freezing. this year. It was pretty minor. We had a couple of, we had some nights in the 20s, but in the daytime it was always, pretty much always above freezing. So could you actually leave a system up and running? You could. There are a lot of things to consider when you want to do something like that. Uh, yeah, and this is something that we're going to talk to the customers about next year. You can never predict the way a winter is going to go. The last, I mean, I would say that it's steadily been getting warmer every winter, every year. So it's been consistently on a rise. It hasn't been like, all right, we've had a couple and then it's been really, really cold. Um, we just haven't had that scenario. So, go ahead. So there are different things you can do. Covering the pond, having a filter house, so having your filter in a shed or building some kind of house over your filter. My friend Bonsai Chris, he actually takes the insulating styrofoam. It's like a two, and he builds that over the filtration system, and that works really well for him. And he's been doing that for many years, and it's never been an issue. So there are things that you can do, but the question remains, like, should I leave my pond up and running? What are the benefits? What are the positives and what are the negatives? Let's go over the negatives first. The negatives are, God forbid, you lost power in the middle of winter and you have water in your system, in your lines, it could freeze. And you'll lose everything. You can lose your filters, you could lose all your plumbing, and you'd have to rebuild everything. That could be disastrous. Uh, what else could happen? You could have you get what's called ice channeling if you leave your waterfall running. Now, if you leave your waterfall running, it is exposed to the cold air, which means that you can potentially supercool the whole pond, and you get what's called ice channeling. So the waterfall looks all really cool and everything, but the water is splashing all around and can freeze around the waterfall and create channels where the water can then steer out of the waterfall area, and you could potentially empty your pond. If you only have a skimmer, then the water would lower down to the bottom of the opening of the skimmer. And then the pump would stop running because it doesn't have enough water, and then the water would sit in the line, and then it could freeze, and then that's a disaster. If you have a bottom drain and you're pulling from the bottom drain, which is actually the warmest water in the pond because geothermally the earth is heating the pond to an extent, you could empty the entire pond in the middle of winter. So there are some serious negatives. So you really have to think long and hard whether you want to leave your pond running or not. The other thing is your beneficial bacteria, your nitrous ammonium and nitrobacter bacteria, which is the ammonia that removes the ammonium nitrite, have gone dormant. So you'll still be doing mechanical filtration, which is the removal of suspended solids, leaves, and any debris in the ponds, but you still have to make sure that you maintain that, which means you have to go out in the freezing cold, make sure you clean your filters, backwash your filters, and you have a way to get that water back to the pond and fill the pond up and not create an issue with the fish. So there are definitely positives and there are definitely negatives, but we're starting to get to that point where, like, hey, like, I could potentially leave my pond running over the winter. I'm sure Michael would love to keep his pond running over the winter. There is also the issue of using more electricity. So you do get a little bit of a break in cost by shutting your pond down, keeping the aerator running, and not running the pump for 5 months out of the year. That does help, and it depends on where you live. Your winters are longer or shorter, but for us, winters are usually goes for about we close down ponds in November and we open them up. We start opening in April. So, questions? Right. These are all things that, listen, if you're diligent in your maintenance and you're following up to make sure everything is okay with the ponds, you have water running that you can have access to in case you have to quickly get water running to the ponds. You're able to maintain the filters, and it doesn't get too cold, then it is something that you can consider. If you run water, like I said, over a waterfall, the water is getting exposed to the cold air, and you could potentially supercool the pond. Am I saying that's going to kill your fish? No. Is it potentially putting your fish in harm's way? Yes. But let's see what happens next winter. This winter was a good kind of eye-opening experience as to like, all right, well, you know what? Maybe we can start doing this. Maybe we can start. We have a small handful of customers that, of the 250 people that we winterized, it's probably less than a handful that actually have their pond running all winter long. But it is running. But if you run it, you have to maintain it. So that's something you have to think about. Do you want to go out in the winter and maintain it? Do you want to pay for someone else to maintain it? Those are things that you have to think about. So, how many people are on? 32. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode 108. As you can see, everything is a complete mess. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing. Come a little closer, Michael. So we just started getting some of our fountains in. This is one of the fountains I have here. So we partnered, and we are now we are the exclusive distributor for Blue Thumb on Long Island. So we're excited about that. So for Blue Thumb fountains, this is one of the fountains here. This thing weighs, I think, about 650 pounds. It is a solid block. The pump gets hooked up, and water comes out of these three spots right here. And we'll put some really nice polished stones around on the ground around this one. This is another unique piece here. This actually gets stood up here, and water just comes out of the top of this one. This one also weighs an absolute ton. Obviously, I can't lift it because it's strapped down, but it does weigh a lot. We do have 3 more fountains coming from Blue Thumb that are absolutely exquisite, but they're not here yet because they're on a ship. So we're waiting for them to come in. 2 of those are copper trees. And I got this one, I think it's a giant sequoia. It's about 70 inches, and it's a rain tree. It looks just like a sequoia tree, 70 inches tall, and it rains down. And then I have a copper creeping Japanese maple. And this tree is amazing. I think it's about 2.5 feet high, and it stretches out 60 inches wide. Not all the way around, just in one direction, and then it just rains down. So I cannot wait to get these set up and have them turned on for you. I'd like to have both of them up in here. Now, I'm going to show you, Mike, we're going to come all the way over here, and I'm not going to show you too much yet. There's just mud everywhere. So come over here, Michael. Walk through the mud. And we're just going to give a glimpse. Right now there's a whole bunch of stone in front so you can see. I don't want to show you too much right now, but you can see that there's a very large pond in development here. By the time you see this in 2 weeks' time, because we're not doing a show next weekend because we're going to be flying back from Oklahoma, I'm not going to say this is running, but this should be done. We still have to run electric out here. We ran conduit, but we still have to run more conduit around the ponds. And we have an infinity edge wall right in front here, so the water is actually going to pour over the front of this wall. I have multiple spheres. You see that round sphere in the back there. I have 2 more of those that are going up in the background. And water, that whole back wall is going to be waterfall. So you're going to come in here, you're going to see waterfall along the back there, and you're going to see a nice waterfall and 2 additional urns in front of the infinity wall right in front here. I don't want to give too much away yet. It's going to look amazing. It's in progress, and I'd rather just not open up discussions until we get further along. But there's a lot going on. And come on this way. We're going to Shawnee, Oklahoma. Shawnee, Oklahoma was actually named after me. It's been in my family for a really long time. I'm pretty proud to have a place that was named after me. You know, well, I would never do something like that. And can you believe this? And I'm not going to name the koi farm, but the koi dealer, but I actually heard about a koi dealer that charges admission to go into his place, which blew me away. I just couldn't believe that. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm sure if you know who they are, you know who they are. But we would never do something like that. We're doing this for everyone to come and see, and there's so much more happening here. So, and I'm just going to point out, just so I give you an idea. So on that back wall there, you can see that wall. So this wall, the wall we made, right there. You're going to on that wall. We're going to have another pondless waterfall that's going to come down and it's going to wrap around into a stream that's going to flow down. I have a stairway that's going to wrap around this whole area here, and then the stream is going to go down the other side of that stairway. I've always wanted to do a stairway with a waterfall that followed down the stairway, so I cannot wait for that. And then we have two smaller ponds in this area. And the idea here, guys, is that we're building this so that we can have customers come in and they can see, all right, here's the $15,000 pond. This pond starts at $15,000. This pond starts at $25,000. And this pond starts at another level. And it's a complete other level. But the idea here is that each of these ponds is going to have different ideas in it. So then I could say, you know, I like this pond here, but I want to add a sphere to it. Or I want to add a feeding rock to it. Or I want to do the infinity wall. And you can take bits and pieces from the pond that has everything and add it to these other things. So it's almost like going into IKEA and saying, like, all right, you go into, here's this kitchen, that kitchen, that kitchen. I want that kitchen, but I want to add this part to it. That's the overall design of this. So we have more stuff going on. So the container here is coming out behind me. The coin market container is getting moved all the way over there into that corner. And I know it is cool, but we have to move the parking back. So we're going to push that back a little bit. And then the pergola here, the bonsai pergola right here behind me, that's all coming down. Don't worry, we're reusing it, and we're going to put it up in the backyard. But some of the things that we've done since the last show, we've now done the what's called AZAC. We've done the AZAC on the whole front of the building. The sign will go back up. We have a gutter system also that's going to be going on there so that it's not raining water. We're going to drain. My mom's calling. We're actually going to drain the water into the fountain area, which will be cool. But so this is AZAC, and it's plastic, and it lasts forever. And we added the go ahead, question. So really good question. Do we have an ETA for completion? We have a grand opening date of April 13th. I don't know what day that is. What day is that on the calendar? It's a Saturday, so we're going to do our grand opening on a Saturday, on a live show day. Excellent. Didn't think that one through. But yeah. But our grand opening day is set for a Saturday, so we probably will not be doing a live show that day. Is that a cop? No. So April 13th is our planned grand opening day. So just going back to this here, so we're going to move this whole pergola here. It's going to be interesting how we do it, but this pergola is going to come out, and we're going to move it in the backyard. I'm going to show you that in a second. We put a fence up over here. You can see the white fence over there because there was no reason to see down that area. It just didn't make sense seeing down that area. Once we take this away, we're going to have this very ugly wall for a greenhouse here. We will be redoing this. I just bought new greenhouse doors, and we're going to redo this whole front on the big koi house. So, okay. So yeah, so the AZAC, and you can see, come down this way. I might have to call my mom. It's possible I might have to call my mom because she keeps calling. I hope everything's okay. So you can see what the AZAC looks like, and you can see it on this wall here. So take a look on the wall over there. You can see that's what it looks like when it's done. This is the fountain area here, which we've talked about. This also has to get done. So there's so many things that have to get done. The masons will be back on Tuesday. We're going to be finishing that wall. So the second shear descent came in. I'm going to show you that because it's really, really cool. So we have two shear descents on the walls, and then we have what's called scuppers going in the center area. And they're all different pieces. None of the pieces on that back wall there, which is over there, none of the pieces on that back wall will be the same. So the idea is it's also a showroom for different types of water features that you could add to your pool or to a formal pond. And then we have our fountain area here. And it was too cold last week, so that the masons really didn't get a chance to do anything, but we have one more tier going on the aquatic plant tanks. And then we have caps going on these. And you can see the brick going all the way down. The greenhouse plastic just came in. We're picking up the greenhouse doors this week. And that's going to get done too. And then we're going to take the wooden pergola that I just showed you, and we're going to put it in front of the greenhouse over here. And all will be good in the world. So, I don't know. We have a couple of things to do. But it keeps us on our toes. How many people are on? 29. So 29 people on. Let's go inside because it's freezing. It is an absolute mess inside. Every week we clean the store, and every week the store turns into a disaster again. Watch out right there. So we have a lot of product that's kind of been coming in. And so the store is a complete mess. Yes. Hey, Brian. Sure, you could do quarantine, or you could just dunk them in something. Dunk them in Proform C. You can dunk them in potassium permanganate mixed with water. Never a bad idea. Proform C is good because, if there are any snails and things like that, you can dunk it in the Proform C. Or when I say Proform C, we actually have our pure broad spectrum. You can dunk it in that. But using something like that, a broad spectrum, would be a good idea, or potassium permanganate mixed with water. You got to be very, very careful with potassium permanganate. So, but it is something you can use. But yeah, I definitely would recommend doing that. Good question, Brian. Can't believe we're talking about pond plants already. Well, I mean, I thought about it last year when I put my order in, but we have a lot of plants. We have to secure our orders very early the previous year. Otherwise, when we go to get stuff, we lose out on a lot of things. So we have a lot of plants coming in. I'm excited. This year we will have a lot more variety because we will have two tanks set up for tropical plants in the new bonsai house. So we will be doing some tropical lilies and maybe some other tropicals as well. But I can't wait to do. Growing up, I used to go to shearers when I was a kid, and we would always no matter what, we would always end up putting a night bloomer in the ponds. And night bloomers are absolutely gorgeous. If you've never seen a night blooming lily, question. Are you asking me? Or so Michael's actually trying to be funny. He said, so why do they call it a night bloomer? They call it a night bloomer because it blooms at nighttime. Really amazing giant flower, and it has really, really large leaves, either green or variegated. Have you guys seen night bloomers? No? Chime in. They're gorgeous. It's nice because if you're going to go out by the pond, you have lights out by the ponds. It allows you to see these night bloomers, and they have giant flowers. And tropical, listen, we sell primarily hardy plants here. The hardy plants come back every year. The tropicals die off every year, but the tropicals are prettier. The tropicals get more flowers, they get bigger flowers, they have more colors. It's nice to have the tropicals or mix in a couple of tropicals. You have to wait till your water warms up, so you have to be like in probably about the 70-degree area to add the tropicals to the pond. But they definitely add another dimension to the pond that you won't get by just doing hardy plants. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Another great point. You get a lot more. You can smell a lot of flowers. From the tropicals, and it's just if you can do it. I know it costs more for tropicals, and you have to replace them every year, but I like to have them in the pond because, again, like you're adding a different dimension of a different type of plant that you just normally wouldn't get to put in the pond. So we don't currently ship plants. It's something that we would consider as we grow our aquatic plant business. It's right now it's not currently in the cards. Usually any companies that are shipping plants, they're shipping them just as tubers. So they're shipping them dry, and then you have to plant them. And I don't know how much success people have with them. Have you guys ever done that? Have you tried it? Did it work for you? I personally have never done it, so I don't have any experience with that. I'm curious to know what you guys usually do when you get your plants. Are you guys ordering plants online, or are you getting them local? Let me know. You can. Yes. So that was my next comment is you can actually take your tropicals in. If you have a way to bring them inside, you can definitely take care of them indoors. There are certain things you have to do. I am not the aquatic plant expert. It's Chris is actually Bonsai Chris is actually an expert at aquatic plants as well. So that would be a question for him. And we'll go pop over there and say hello. He actually brought his son Colin in today, so we'll go say hi to him before we do the fish. I want to do, and again, this place is a complete mess. Michael, stay right there. I'm just going to show you this is our new sheer descents. I'm actually opening the package. This is literally the first one manufactured and shipped. So unlike a regular sheer descent where the water just comes out in a sheet, the way this one comes out is different. Each one of these is separate. So when the water comes out, it'll have separate spouts for each one of these. So very cool for a formal pond, or if you have a formal wall on an organic pond. I'm looking forward to getting this running so everyone can see how it works. But it's pretty cool. Yeah. Nice. So we're going to be doing stuff like that too as we get more involved in aquatic plants. You see the filter area is kind of growing over here. Well, I don't know if you want to. You can see the filter area is kind of growing as we add in some miscellaneous pieces to this area here. But the whole idea here is to be able to come into the store and say, I'm looking for a filter for my pond, and we can show you all the different types of filtration that we sell and help you pick the right filter for your pond. And that's a really important part of this is it's one thing to have a pond, but I just remind everyone it's not a set it and forget it situation. You need to take care of it. You have to have proper filtration. So we have a lot of options to discuss. We have our water treatment area against the wall over there. This whole back area over here will be all koi food, all back there. Over here is all going to be pumps, and over there I think is going to be UVs. This is going to be our predator control section here. And then we have a new section that we're going to be working on, which is going to be for fountains and spitters and things like that. And I got a couple of other fountains over here. Here, come this way. So as I was saying, we partnered with Blue Thumb. This is a really cool fountain here. So this is one of the fountains that we got here. So this is a 48-inch, a 37, and I think 28-inch. So the water actually goes from this one, drops into this one, drops into this one, and then drops down to the bottom. So really cool. This is made out of, I guess, yeah, it's a brass fountain. Really cool. Definitely not cheap. So this here, I'm going to show you this here. This is very, very delicate. So give me 1 second. I'm going to grab one of the pieces here, wherever Mike stored it. I know we stored it here somewhere. I have to find it. If because he put it somewhere, I have no idea where he put it. Nope, that's not it. I have no idea where it is. Oh, here it is. So check this out, guys. This is a blue iris. It also comes in red. This is a blue iris copper statue, copper fountain. And each of these, this is glass. Each of these goes just like that. And there's five of these that go on here. And water shoots out, fills this up, and then the water comes out and over. You can see, absolutely gorgeous. Huh? Yes. We will be shipping these. Yes, we absolutely will be shipping them. I'm looking forward to that. But these are amazing. They're very delicate. I cannot wait to get this set up. Now, this is something, guys, this is copper, so this is not something that you want to set up along with your pond. This would be something you'd want to set up separately because you can't have, the copper is dangerous for fish. So you would have to be very careful with that. I'll put another piece on just so you can get. So I'm going to let Michael answer that question. I mean, I would say we had a conversation about this last week. I would say prophylactically there are certain things you should do. I would say doing a broad spectrum treatment and a prosy treatment prophylactically. Doing a medicated koi food or a bacterial control koi food treatments. I mean, you could do it, but bacterial issues, you need to make sure that the water is warm enough. So one of the issues there is that you're not even going to want to use a treatment like that until the pond has been running and the water is going to be in the high 60s, low 70s, in order to, make it work. But how gorgeous is this? Huh? The glass makes, without the glass in there, you don't really understand what you're looking at. So that's why I'm showing it with some glass in there. But that's pretty cool, right? So I can't wait to see water coming out of this, and it's going to look spectacular. Well, so this base here, you're going to want to weigh this down with stone. Now, I have to go over what and you're going to want it in the wintertime. You're going to want to take the glass and take it out. Whether you actually winterize the whole thing, I have to find out. You may want to actually take it out. It's super easy to hook up. So you're going to take your pump that's going to be sitting in a basin, and you're going to hook it up right there. So for this, you could use a 5/8 inch hose. You could use a weighted hose. Works really well because it doesn't kink, and it bends pretty well. I would hook up that with a pump and a hose clamp to that. That's going to sit on a basin, and then you could put rocks around that, so you can sit that in the ground. Or you could hook it up a different way. If you have a pondless stream or something like that, you could hook up a system like this and then hide the pump, and have this as part of the stream. Kind of, it would be pretty amazing if you actually did a whole kind of bed of these that were along one side, but you'd probably also go out and buy a car. It's definitely not a cheap feature, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And we plan on having a bunch of really gorgeous features. So, I'm going to take this glass and I'm going to put it back carefully and put it away because it is delicate. It does come in red. So what do you think of this water feature, guys? Let me know what your thoughts are, because there aren't too many people in the country that have seen these. So pretty rare and very unique. And what we're trying to do here is carry things that are unique and different than what are available from other places. So we're going to take that out. I'm going to end up breaking one of these, right? What? I believe you can get replacement for it, so I'm going to say yes. So I'm going to go put these away first. And this right here, so this is called a sugar kettle bowl. Yeah, I'm going to move that. I'm going to move this over so you can see that. This is a sugar kettle bowl. Of this or that. The issue with this is that it's made out of copper. And because it's made out of copper, it's not something that you want to add to a pond with fish. Good. So I can understand that. Like I said, we're trying to do some very unique and different things here at our shop. We want to give everyone a reason for coming here, and we're trying to have things for everyone. So we have customers that don't have a pond, that they just have a pondless, so they just want to do a water feature, but they don't want to take care of fish. So we have the fountains. Like these fountains this thing is awesome. Look at how huge this is. That's a faux. Yeah. I could show that too. But this right here, so this thing weighs a lot. This is a 37-inch brass bowl. And I'm actually going to paint. I'm going to paint this black. So this is actually a very it's unique in that it's a high flow water feature. So the whole idea here is, first of all, you have to get this perfectly level, and you're going to have a high flow pump in here, and it's actually going to create a really nice sheet that goes around and spills out around the entire circumference, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This is going to go in. The idea for this one, I think, is going to be to go in the corner of the fountain area. So when you're walking up, it'll be the first thing on the left corner by the stairs, and you're going to see a big sheet of water falling down around this piece. They actually come. This one comes in 37-inch, 48-inch, and I think a 27-inch version of these. I can't wait to show you guys this one running. And then this one is more. This one's an art piece. It's called. It's rust colored, and so water gets attached. Where I think it gets attached. Gets attached on the bottom. So fitting on the bottom goes there, and then that sits on a box or a basin, and water comes out each side here. So water comes out the left and right sides. Pretty cool, unique, more of a modern design. And we're going to have a lot of other unique things, lots of really cool spitters. I always feel like I'm going to spit when I say spitters. We have a lot of things that we're looking forward to showing you guys. That's actually a faux, so this is a 5-piece basalt column. It's actually, so there's 5, this is a 5-piece basalt column. It is faux, so it's fake. This is a gray version here. And basalts are very popular, so we did grab one of these. We do have, Aquascape also has a really cool faux square version of their fountain. This one is actually a 5-piece one. Goes up to the tallest one is, it's got to be, I don't know, what is that, 48-inch? Does it even say 48-inch? So this is a 5-piece set. It's got a 48-inch, a 30-inch, an 18-inch, a 36-inch, and a 24-inch. And you set up all 5 of these running off of one pump, and it's a very nice water feature that can go by your front door or by your driveway or, you know, in your backyard, by your pool. So it's a resin. I mean, this is not light. It's much heavier than the other than the Aquascape version. But I mean, I'm not exactly sure what the material is that they made this with. But Aquascape also has a gorgeous one, which is going into the fountain area. So we're excited to set that one up too. And that's really it for now, talking about this stuff. I did want to talk to you about something else. I can't sit on that. I'm going to sit in the chair. No, I'm not going to sit in the chair. No, I'll just talk. So, yeah, question. Do we sell Baki showers? So right now, the Baki showers I have, I'm actually holding for myself. Those came in with my original shipment of Baki showers that we brought in from overseas. We will have Baki showers again. So the answer is yes. If you need a Baki shower, you can certainly reach out. Yes, I do have Baki shower media in stock. If you need Baki shower media. And yes, so Baki showers are happening. I'm actually meeting with the gentleman to go over that stuff when we're in Oklahoma, so that's pretty exciting. We have a new UV light that we're looking at right now. I'm pretty excited about as well, and I'll talk to you guys about that in the near future. What else? I did want to talk to you just about how we do things here. So you guys know that we have free boarding, we have free layaway, and we also do free shipping on Southwest Cargo when you spend $650 or more. So the free boarding and free layaway. So free boarding means we will hold your fish until you're ready to ship the fish. If you're going to ship listen, we don't want to hold the fish until summer, but if we had to, I mean, it is what it is. But the idea here is that we're giving you guys an opportunity to do layaway where you can pay for the fish monthly until you ship, and we'll hold the fish for free and we'll do free layaway, which means we're taking care of the fish during that whole time. So we're responsible for that fish during the time that it's in this boarding hold. If something happened to that fish, then we will give you a credit for another fish of that same value. What is important to understand is that once you enter this agreement with us, there are no refunds. There's no trading. So, oh, I saw this fish, I want this fish instead of the fish that I had. We don't do any of that. So when you pick a fish, that's your fish. And that fish goes on hold, it goes into our sold tanks, and then we take care of that during this entire process. So during this period, we will hold that fish and we take care of that fish. In exchange for that, if you decided to walk away, so we've had it come up a couple of times, and where someone ran into a financial situation or something happened and they got hurt and then they could listen. The bottom line is if you back out, then whatever money you put down, you lose. That's just the way it is. There is no refunds. This is part of doing that boarding and layaway process. That's the deal if you want to move forward with this. Thelma, who runs is our office manager, will be reaching out to everyone that buys fish. If she hasn't reached out to you already, her name is Thelma, and she'll be reaching out and asking you guys a few questions, obviously getting some information. She will be putting a credit card on file. Do you have to pay by credit card? Absolutely not. We charge a credit card fee for using a credit card. You can pay by check, not an issue, and there's no charge. The reason we take a credit card, we put a credit card down on file, is because if you don't pay your monthly payment within 30 days, then that 30-day payments will get charged. We will not charge for the entire thing, but whatever payment is due at that time, she will call you and say, hey, this is due. Are you going to send a check out? If not, then I have to charge. They're going to have to charge your credit card. That's just the way we have to do it. And the reason why we have to do that is we literally sell thousands of fish. And reminding everyone that they have to pay on a monthly basis, is very time consuming, and it costs us money too. So I have to pay someone to monitor and manage this. So we need to make sure that if you're going to do this boarding and layaway program, you have to put a credit card on file. And if you do not pay, and Thelma will break down, if you say you bought a fish for $300, and your fish is shipping in 3 months, then you will pay a payment of $100 every month for 3 months. And that's just how it goes. If you don't make the payment at the end of the month, then Thelma will charge your credit card for that $100. It comes down to how many fish you bought, what the price is, and then when is it going to be shipped? And we break down the payments based on when it's going to be shipped. If it's going to be shipped in 1 month, then you're going to be making one payment. If you're going to be 2 months, then you're going to break it up into 2 payments. You're going to be 3 months, and so on. I don't need to go through all this, but I think you guys get the idea. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to ask. What is that? The bin? What bin? Huh? The black? Oh, that he's taking? Oh, okay. So if you guys have any questions, please ask. If you're new to the show, it's important for you guys to know that, what, Michael's laughing. So, listen, yes, some people we do have some customers that just buy one fish, but we have some customers that buy a lot of fish, and they like to fill up the box. So at the end of the winter, when it's time to ship your fish, you have a whole box of fish that are going to get shipped to you. Now, we take pictures of every single one of these fish. Every fish is in a database, and then Michael and Travis and whoever else is able to help will then, when you say, hey, Michael, I want to ship my fish, he will then work out a date to ship the fish to you, and then the fish has to go and be found within our tanks, which takes time. And then that fish has to be what we call purged. I know it sounds horrible, but we don't suck anything out of the fish. The fish doesn't get fed for a week, so that when the fish goes into a bag, the bag doesn't get all nasty and potentially, harm the fish by creating a toxic environment inside the bag. This is standard practice. Quite honestly, in Japan, they actually purge them for much longer than a week. Any other questions? If not, the raffle is still going on. We are going to announce the winner. We're going to do our raffle poll, which is, we're going to pull the names out of a hat. I guess the first week of March. Are you thinking, Michael? Yeah, I guess the first week of March. That's Saturday. We'll be pulling the raffle. And if you guys haven't done your raffle, please go to thecoinmarket.com. Go to coinmarket.com. Click on raffle and get your tickets. Listen, if you don't win a fish, you could still win something else. I know that I'll be raffling off at least one koi sock, maybe two, and I'll find stuff to raffle off because I like to have fun with this. It becomes a fun thing for us to do, and it becomes a fun thing for you guys to be a part of. I know that we came up with an idea of using the wheel. So even if you bought a raffle ticket for just $10, you could still walk away with a very expensive fish, or a koi sock, or something else that we feel like raffling off. I know that we are going to add names. We're going to pick however many slots are on here. We're going to pick that amount of names from the hat, write them down, spin the wheel, and if it lands on your name, you could win something. You could win a signed autograph from Michael. That's very possible. Maybe a signed autograph from Gabe. You could win a date with Michael or Gabe. That's possible too. They're both single and ready to mingle. What else? I think the raffle it's a fun thing to do, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. If you want to just watch, that's fine, but you can buy a $10 ticket, or you could buy $100 worth of tickets. You could buy $20 worth of tickets. I forgot what the breakdown is, but if you buy multiple tickets, you could buy 20 tickets for $100. I think it is, right? Be a part of it. You can't win it unless you're in it, so please be a part of it. And we're looking forward to raffling off this fish the first week of March. I will talk to the marketing team and we'll pick a final date and let you guys know. And got any other comments, Michael? No other comments. Okay. So if you want your fish shipped, okay, listen, we're holding thousands of fish. If you're ready to have your fish shipped now, we can ship it now. You need to be in a warm climate though, or you need to have a tank set up indoors in order for us to ship the fish. But if you want to ship your fish, then text me at 516-547-0164, and then I will send you a text with Michael's info, or you can just text Michael directly at 631-921-3459. Any questions regarding that? I know we have a lot of fish on hold for people. You want to go take a look in the big koi house? Let's take a walk. It's true. It's so true, Chris. We're gonna take a quick walk to the big koi house. So our friend Sean brought in his friend's truck so that he could pick up this tank so he can set up some of his fish. So he's got some fish that he's setting up at his store. He doesn't want to be on camera, so he's running away. but he's taking this tank with him so that he can set up some fish. But come on this way, Michael. Hey, Chris. So, all this work was done by Chris Vesley. Chris, I don't know if you were watching the show from the beginning, if you just jumped on, but we were talking about all of this. So this is the AZAC. It's made out of plastic, and it'll last forever, and he used silicone to seal this whole thing. So it's basically literally sealing this whole wall, which quite honestly, we had some issues with leaking. So Chris came in. Chris has been a longtime friend of mine. He came in and he saved the day. If you have any questions regarding AZAC, or if you live in the Long Island area and you want some work done, then definitely reach out to Chris. But it's coming out amazing. The sign's going to go back up on the wall this week. This will all get completed, and all is good in the world. We're going to come back. Yes. Koizela is in the big koi house. That's actually where I was taking you in there. So we haven't moved all the fish yet. The tanks are all lower because we brought fish in. Now we lower the water about 2 feet whenever we put fish into the tank because the fish tend to jump when you put them in a new environment. So I do have a bunch of new fish in here. Good morning, guys. Hi, guys. I mean, fish that we just put in from inside are already eating out of my hands. Hi, guys. Where is she? She is... Oh, here she is. She's over here. Good morning, guys. There's the Ginrin Karashi. There's the gorgeous Kurogoshiki. There, guys. Ginrin Karashi already eating out of my head. And the Mukashi is now very tame now. The Mukashi has finally said, you know what? I'm not scared of you anymore. I'm going to come and eat out of your hand. We have the gorgeous Budo Goromo from Fukasawa in here. And there's a couple of them right there. So it's a 99.9% alcohol spray. And I use that in between anything that I touch. So if I go from tank to tank, I always spray my hands. Look at the Budo. There's the Deutsch Budo right there. Here's one of the gorgeous Benny Kiko from Aoki right here. I have another Benny Kiko in here, which is a shellfish. Where is she? There she is, right here. That one right there. It's so funny. They're like babies compared to the size of everything else in here. There you go, guys. You know what? The great thing is that all the other fish that will eat out of my hands show all the new fish that like, hey, it's okay to do this. I mean, look, I just put this Deutsch Ochiba in here. Deutsch Ochiba came in here last week and it's already eating out of my hand. Huh? Koizela? Yeah, Koizela is big. The Kurogoshiki are absolutely gorgeous. The Platinum from Tanaka. Here's Koizela right here, just passed by. The Utsuri are from Shinoda. The Ginrin Karashi is from Rudo. Can't remember. There's Quazilla right there. Some absolutely amazing fish in here. But yeah, the Mukashi just took a long time for that fish to be okay. Come on, guys. I could do this all day. The ponchos are they're different pricing. I think they're around they're around 5,000. Any reverse poncho. So I'm not sure if I've ever actually seen a reverse poncho. I mean, we have poncho with different colored spots on them, but are you saying a a kohaku that's all red with a white spot on its head? Would that be a reverse? Uh, the, you know, everything is for sale. Even Koizilla is for sale if someone wanted to buy. I mean, we're in the business of being in business. And this venture, you can see all the things that I'm building here, all the things that are going on. This costs a ridiculous amount of money to keep running. So everything is for sale. These fish will stay in here. Some of these fish will actually come out of here and we'll go in some other tanks. But the bigger, highest end fish will be in this tank here. And that's the idea of this tank, is to have our highest end fish in here. Look at this gorgeous kohaku from Tanaka right here. Some amazing fish. If any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I will say, if you're new on the show, please let us know. Say hi. Let us know, hey, this is my first time on the show. Please, the whole idea of this show is that you guys are participating. We want you to be a part of it. We want you to ask questions. We want this to be a great experience for you. When the season starts, we mix in a lot of what we call edutainment. So where we'll go over everything from how to building things to discussing filtration and aeration, and everything else in between. So the idea is for this to be a great learning experience as well. Question? Koizilla is 15. Yeah, Koizilla is going for 15,000. I mean, she's not really for sale, but if someone said, I'll give you 15 for it, I would let her go. So we are doing 2 trips to Japan this year. We have a trip in November and we have a trip in December. The trip in November is for customers, and the trip in December is strictly a buying trip for Koi Market. If you're interested in going in November, you can reach me by text at 516-547-0164. We'll be going for a week with customers. It will be a really interesting trip. We're going with Greg Whitstock, Brian Helfrich. I know Greg is going to be bringing some other people with him, and we have some other customers that have already expressed some interest in going. If you're interested in coming on this trip, just reach out to me. My number is 516-547-0164. You can text me, or you can call me, or you can email me at sales, S-A-L-E-S, at koimarket.com. And as I said, that trip will be for a week. And we're still planning out the details of that trip. This will be the first time that we're going to be doing this with customers. So it'll be a learning experience for all of us. I know that Greg will also be bringing his videographer with him. So we'll be doing a lot of videos during that time. And I also have a friend of mine who's a professional photographer who will be coming out for that trip as well. And so there'll be a lot going on, especially because it's our first trip out and we want to get a lot of great photo and video. It will be a really unique and fun trip. Again, if you're interested in going, give me a call or a text at 516-547-0164. We are in the middle of redoing our website. That will also be going over. We'll have an area for our koi trips. So you'll be able to get to it from there. Website should be done in the next month, I hope. And we're also launching our wholesale website. So if you're in the trade, we will be launching our wholesale website, which will be wholesale koi. So if you're a dealer, we want to be talking to you. We have our koi pharma, and we also have our kick-ass pond fittings. So if you're interested in any of those things from a dealer level or a distributor level, please reach out to me, and we're happy to work with you. Again, 516-547-0164. Any other questions before we move on to koi? Because it's now 12:15, and I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes already. Good morning, Michael. How are you doing? So Michael asked what age fish will be going into the outdoor pond. You know, I have not thought about what fish are going out there yet. What I have thought about is that I would like our customers to be part of that. So when we do decide which fish are going in, I would like our customers to do the release of those fish in the pond. So we're going to do an event around the release of the fish in the big koi pond and the other koi ponds. So we definitely want to have our customers here for that. They'll be able to take the fish in a koi stock and release them in the pond. And yeah, it'll just be a fun event. But what fish are going in, I haven't decided yet. But it's a good question. Any other questions before we, we'll hop over to Chris Hayes really quickly, say hello, see what he's up to, and then we're gonna start doing koi. So Michael and I had a really long night last night. So we're putting together our shipments for this event in Oklahoma. And Michael went to drive everything over to Southwest. And at one point, we had diesel fuel in the back of our truck. And the can fell over. This is probably about a year or so ago. And the can of diesel fell over. And we got some diesel fuel on the floor of the truck. And we've washed it out a million times, but it still has a little bit of a smell to it. And so Michael put the boxes in there, and we didn't think anything of it. Brought them to Southwest, and Southwest they do a swab. You know, they're checking all boxes to make sure there's nothing bad that could potentially or hazardous. And when they did a swab, they said, "Oh, there's a problem with this," and we think that it was the diesel fuel that was on the bottom of the boxes. So they said, and Michael's already there for like 3 hours. And they said, well, you need to go to LaGuardia because they have an x-ray machine there. We can't help you here. So then Michael drove to my house. We moved everything to my truck. We drove all the way to LaGuardia last night. What time did you get home? Like 12 o'clock? So it took us forever to finally get all the boxes through the x-ray machine at Southwest of LaGuardia. so that we could get everything shipped out to Oklahoma for this show. And so it was a very long night. But anyway, I just thought I would tell you a quick little story. So, Michael, let's head out over to Chris. Chris, we're coming in. Can we come in? All right. So, can Colin be on camera? Okay. So, no Colin on camera, just Chris. So, Chris is here with his son today, and they're working on a bunch of things. But, Chris, what are you working on today?
Repotting a maple.
So, he's got a maple tree that looks like it's definitely a few years old. It's a good sized tree. So, he's repotting this tree. Looks like, did you just tie this down? Or is that like that?
Yeah, bringing that branch further down to
So,
the wrong position.
So, if you guys don't know, if this is your first time on the show, this is the home right now of Long Island Bonsai and Supply. We're moving LI Bonsai to the back. You saw the new greenhouse that's in development, so we're pretty excited to be doing that. It's definitely a step up from this greenhouse here, and so we're excited to move everything over there. This will eventually become the wholesale greenhouse. That is the plan. The wholesale koi greenhouse. And so lots of stuff happening. So Chris has got a million things going on here, but right now he's repotting and training this tree.
A little bit. You don't really do too much training when you repot, but I'm looking at what I'm going to do in the future right now. Getting rid of some dead branches.
Don't lean on that box. Especially when you're fat.
Just getting rid of some dead branches, looking at what I'm going to do in the fall.
I don't know. I'm not sure if you can hear. We're going to lower the music a little bit.
No way, man. You're ruining my mojo.
I'm sorry, dude. But, so Chris, tell everyone a little bit about what you're doing.
This the way you wear?
It is.
Alright, we got this. Repotting this tree. It's I can't pronounce it properly, but it's Higasamaya maple. It's fairly old. It's been in training for a little while. It came out of the junkie training pot this recently. Now I'm just looking at what I'm going to do in the fall. It needs to be cut back drastically. Some branches need to be pulled down. I pulled this one branch down just because it was so completely in the wrong position. But that's about all the training work I'm going to do right now, just because you don't, one insult at a time. So repotting is the one insult to the tree. And then you got to wait, let it settle, and then I could do some more styling later on in the season. But right now we're going to leave it where it is. Fairly old tree, putting it into a decent Japanese pot now from a mica training pot that it was in for a few years, and we'll see where she goes from there.
So this is, can I pull one of these dead leaves off? So
this has very tiny leaves,
so
this tree,
so
and very tiny seed pods. Those are the seed pods. They're super tiny.
So leaf, you can see the size of the leaf on this tree. It's only the size of a thumbnail.
I've been defoliating it and getting the leaves much smaller over the years.
You guys are familiar with like the little poly noses that you stick on your nose. Remember you did that as a kid? These are little miniature poly noses there. See that? Really cool.
Poly nose.
I'm calling it a poly nose, but these are the seeds. Now what I wanted you to see here really quickly is, if you can come in closer, Michael, you can see the detail of not just training the tree, but also protecting the tree. So Chris ran wire to hold the tree in, but he also has plastic
tubing so it doesn't eat into the bark.
Right, so the plastic tubing here is actually protecting the bark of the tree. And you can see here how he's holding his branch down. He's got plastic tubing right here as well. That's protecting the branch from the wire literally digging into the branch.
That's how we roll.
And it looks like he's just randomly cutting stuff, but there is some thought process that goes into it.
There's a lot of thought process that goes into what you cut, so that you don't cut the wrong thing and go, whoops, that's bad.
But you know what? You can potentially cut the wrong thing. Things
You
happen
can,
as you're
but
going
that's
through.
the best part of a tree is it grows back.
It grows back. Yes. You can see some wire up in here that's also training this branch in here. There's not a lot of wiring on this tree right now.
Not yet, in the fall.
But in the
this tree
fall,
needs a lot of wire, or will need a lot of wire once I get it stable and happy in this pot, and it's finally out of it had a ton of guy wires on it before, so I took those all off. You guys are a little day late and a dollar short to the repot here.
a lot of the branches on this side, is this going to be, you're going to go for a windswept thing with this, or is it?
It's kind of, that's the front of the tree right there. It's going to be much. I got to bring it in a lot tighter. I'm just not willing to cut all that stuff off right now. I don't want to compromise the health.
Okay.
So I will let it grow out again in the fall. I'll come back in and I'll trim a lot out of it. It's a nice tree. It's not a phenomenal tree, but it's going to be a really nice tree, like even better when I'm done with it. Yeah. We've been playing around with it for a while now, and I just want to get it to the point where I'm happy with it, I'm much happier with it this year than I was last year. I did not like it last year. It was not where I wanted it, and this season I think she's going to look a lot better when we're done.
And this is the pot that it will now reside in?
This is the pot it will reside in. It was in a junky training pot, like a plastic training pot for a while, just because I was growing it out. I wasn't sure where I was going with it and what was going to happen with this tree. So we it's way too far out up here. I got to bring all that back in. That's got to go. That's got to go.
All right. So Chris, before you cut the next one, stop. Don't cut it yet. How do you know which, like, for what reason you're cutting that? Why are you cutting?
The apex of the tree is exceeding the center section of the tree. I got to bring it back in shape.
So the apex, you want it to be kind of like this?
So it depends on who you're talking to. Some people go for a more natural look, and some people go for the traditional triangular, like the Japanese kind of deal. This tree doesn't. I don't think it would really look good triangular. It's an odd tree. So I think I have to kind of go with a more natural shape. But some of these branches are way too long. I'm cutting them back to promote growth inside so that I could eventually trim the whole tree back. You got to get growth in here. Then I could take this tree is about 4 or 5 inches too far out until I get working on it. Then I could shape it and bring it back in.
I mean, Chris, the way you're talking, you're literally talking like years in advance.
This is years in advance.
Yeah. So
this is not a 1-year project. This is a multiple year project.
So guys, when you're doing bonsai, and we've talked about this, I don't know if you guys are gonna have any questions, but when you're doing something like this is a process that happens for many. It could happen for the rest of your life. You could be you could live with this tree and continually trim this tree and shape this tree and have this tree with you, and hand it down to other generations, who can then take care of this tree. So there's a lot of thought that goes into how a tree is going to be shaped, where it's going, and that all comes with time. Learning the process of doing this. It's not something that happens overnight. It's not. I don't want to say it's difficult, but there is some thought that goes behind it.
You have to think past what you're looking at today. It might look nice today, but you have to understand that if you leave it like that tomorrow, tomorrow, when I say tomorrow, I mean, a few years down the line, it's going to exceed where it should be and not look proper. So I have to think, like, bad example, but let's say this branch is too long. I want it to be back here. And you cut it here, it looks nice, but it's only going to look nice for that short amount of time. I have to think past it. I have to go further in, trim it so that it ramifies and makes more branches so that I can keep those trimming.
Right. So
otherwise, branches just go very long. There's no growth tip back there, so you can't really see it. Right now. You can see the buds, and they're starting to unfurl. So that's how I knew I was able to repot. I'm seeing the green. The buds are opening. So now the tree, all the energy that was in the roots is now up in the canopy. So you can do your repotting procedures now. You have to look for a node when you cut back. So this right here is too long. It shouldn't be that long. It's just the way it is in training. So what you want is shorter nodes, like this node is nice and short. You want to keep them that way. So eventually I would look for more growth back here, and I would cut this, but not now. I have to let that grow for a while. This tree has a lot of branches. There's too many, and there's crossing branches which have to be removed, but not now. I don't. I want this tree
Can
to
you give us an
grow.
example of a crossing there? Okay.
Those two branches are crossing over each other.
So
Actually,
that's something you want to avoid. You can train that.
I could actually get rid of that one. It's not necessary. You have to let air into the tree. I have
You
to
just
know,
open that up quite a bit by removing that
and
one
by doing
branch.
that, I've actually helped the tree because now more light will get into the branches that exist. This branch, I already know it's going to be. That's what I was planning with. It's going to be pulled down.
It's
I
amazing
want this
how much
canopy
the
to
tree
be
changed.
down here. So this is going to be pulled down. This is going to be pulled down. This is going to be pulled down, thus hiding the longer trunk and making the canopy further down here. I'm only doing the one branch because this branch was so awkward. It was up straight. It bothered me, so I wired that down. But I'm not doing any more wiring, or these are called guy wires. I'm not doing any more guy wiring on the tree or any wiring today. I'm just trimming stuff that I know is structurally inept, like that crossing branch was definitely a bad branch. I got another crossing branch here that's gonna go too. You want to open up the tree. You want to let air in. That's too lanky, that branch. See how long? There's no node here. So this is just a big long branch and then the two leaves out here. You don't want that. You would want the leaves back here, nice and short, and then another set and another set. When you get long branches like that, they got to go. It's painful sometimes for me to cut branches because I grew branches specifically and then it's too long. So eventually, that's that part right there. Eventually, it's got to go. Just like this one is a little too long. That's a better node right there. But if you cut back the tops, it'll send growth further into the tree.
And this node length is I guess it's different for every type
Yeah, it's
of tree.
different for every tree. It's different for everything is a little different. Not that I'm an expert on node length, but that's a type of juniper. Unknown variety. We don't know what it is, and that I've been training that for a while. That needs a restyle this year, so I'm gonna restyle it. The branches will eventually be pulled down further. Same thing with this tree, like these branches are now starting to curve up. We will pull them down. And we will make fans. They call fan. You make fans out of the fans, and it'll look much nicer. We could actually, when this one gets done, we can do this. We can do a video. Style. It'll look much different when it's done. It'll be much prettier. The pads have started to. The gentleman I got it from kind of neglected it for a few years, and now it's starting to revert back up. It's growing up again, and I don't want that. I want it to be tufts. So these are going to be brought down like that to open up the tree. This layer will be brought down. The apex will be changed a little and spun around a little better.
We talked about this tree a little bit last week.
Yeah, I think last week because I only brought it in a little while ago.
Can you show them a little bit what you're doing with the ginning and the lightning strike down the tree?
So in bonsai, this is called a shari, which is like a dead vein through the tree, purposely put there. This wasn't there. We carved it in to put some interest in it. It's supposed to like simulate a lightning strike or nature, the branches dying off. The branches that you see here that were branches are called jin. So you gin them, so you have something interesting. We're going to recarve this bulbous little area. It's not to my liking, but I was waiting for the wood to harden off because I only did this last year.
You were originally saying that there was two separate branches, right?
Yes. This was another tree that was cut off. It was another vein. It was terrible looking. It didn't do anything, and it was very weak. So to keep it was pointless. This part would suffer if we left the other tree. So, but it doesn't look nice right now. It needs to be carved. I might remove this one. I don't know yet until I start doing it. And this was another branch that just went straight down. It looked ridiculous. So we ginned it, made it look a little nicer. Give it a little interest. It's all about visual interest. The tree tells a story now. It's old. It's got holes in it where bugs ate it, lightning struck it. However you want to look at it. But it's an art. It's a form of art. You're expressing emotions and feelings through the tree.
You guys have any questions for Chris? Please ask away while we're in here. Otherwise, we will be doing classes. We do have bonsai classes that we're planning, and they will be going up on a new bonsai website, which will be in development very soon. And yeah, so we're pretty excited about that.
I'm excited.
Anyone have any questions for Chris? No?
Thanks,
Not
folks.
All right.
Sorry, I would talk more, but I'm like totally engrossed in trying to get this done. But there'll be a lot more conversations about trees and how to work them in the future.
All right. How many people we have on?
3.
45. All right.
Take it easy, folks.
All right. So we've begun. Here, come over here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're starting to reorganize this whole area. Back here will be a whole storage area, down this whole aisle here. You see, we started putting up these racks here. One of the other things that we're a dealer and wholesaler for is Firestone Pond Liner. So if you do need pond liner, definitely reach out to me. So this whole area will be filled with Firestone Pond Liner. So we're pretty excited about that. And yeah, and we're also an Aquascape distributor. So we have a whole ton of amazing Aquascape products, and this whole area will be stocked with product for wholesale. Anyway, all right, let's go do fish. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We're just going to get set up here. We're going to set up a bowl. We're going to set up some air. Yes, sir. It's all right. I don't want to hear it. I already heard it from everyone else, but that is true. We that is one of the downsides of using that area, but it is what it is. And Michael and I already had that discussion, and we do have carts, and we have multiple carts, and it is what it is. But yes, it does create a bit of a longer process. A K truck, yes. So let's put this bowl up. We're gonna put the fish in, and okay. All right. So you guys will pull that. We're gonna start. We can start with these guys, or we can start with those guys over there. Which one do we want? We'll start with these guys. Uh, let's keep that up here. Okay. So, how many new people do we have on the show today? I'm just curious. Do we have anyone new on the show? Is this your first time watching? Just want to go through a little bit of how we do things here. So I was just curious to know if we had anyone new on the show. So over here, you got water, Michael? Okay. I think so. Okay. So we've been slowly transitioning into more of a of auction style versus a single price style. That's been happening for the last few weeks. Need to get some new nets. These nets are getting a little shot. Huh? So how does everything look on camera? Nice and clear. So we picked out some unique fish here. These are all from Kase Koshiji Koi Farm, and we have Deutschoa in here. We have Ochiba in here. We have Deutz Ochiba in here. We have some Deutz Metallic Ochiba in here. We have Aragoki, which are a large scale. Huh? These are all from Kase. And we're going to start off with the auction style. And that just seems to be working for us. So we're going to continue with that. We do have a Aragoki Saragoi and just a straight Deutsch Saragoi in here, which are on the rarer side. Pretty cool. We have a Tancho Ochiba in here too. Pretty cool. And we're going to start the bidding at $150. And we're going to pick our first fish. Huh? We're going to move it over a little bit? Yeah. I love this Ochiba. This Ochiba is awesome. It's got a really well balanced pattern. The bidding is going to start at $150. Now, guys, the way this works is we actually have multiple phones here so that we can see everything. Because every once in a while we run into a situation where we can't see everything that's getting posted. Okay, if you're interested in the fish, say I'm interested in this fish for X amount of money. Okay, so we're starting the bidding at $150. We have an opening bid of $150. We already have $200 offer on this fish. Okay, we're at $200 right now. This looks like a new customer, Shinsuke Takashi. I actually remember friending you this week. I remember sending you a friend request. Very nice to meet you. If you're new to the show and you win a fish, okay, you need to text me your full name, your shipping address, your email address, and your mobile number so that we can invoice you. So we have Shinsuke Takashi has an opening bid of $200. Do we have anyone going against Shinsuke? We have an opening. This fish is absolutely gorgeous. I love this fish. This fish has huge potential. I think it's going to be an amazing fish. We have an opening bid of $200. Do we have anyone else in here looking to take this fish from, sorry, I'm pronouncing your name, Shinsuke. All right, well, Laura's at $210. We're at $200 now. Laura's at $210. We're looking for $215, $220. We have our next bid. Laura's at $210 for this fish. Gorgeous fish. Currently at $210. Shinsuke's at $220. We're at $220 for this for this gorgeous Ochiba from Kase. Laura's at $230. Really well balanced. I love the facial markings on this fish. We're at $230 with Laura. We have some new customers on today. Shinsuke, welcome to the show. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. We currently have 51 people watching the show right now. We're at $230. Do we have $240? Do we have $250? Do we have another bidder? Shinsuke is backing out. We're at $230. I think, or Shinsuke may be just saying thank you for, yeah, he may not be backing out. So we're currently at $230 with Laura. Currently $230. Do we have $240? We're looking for 240 or higher. We're currently at $230 going once. Now there is a little bit of a delay, so we're going to wait a couple of seconds. We have Shinsuki is at $250. $250 with Shinsuki. You have your aerator in there? Okay, beautiful. We're currently at $250. Shinsuki is at $250. Laura is at $260. This keeps on going up. We're at $260. We're currently at $260 with Laura. Sorry, just moving my foot. Shinsuki, the bid is to you. We're at $260. You want at the end of the show, we'll take a walk through the koi house with all the sold koi. We're currently at $260. Katie, thank you. Nice looking fish. Thank you. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, Ochiba. We're at 260 looking for 275. We're at 260 going once. I have my fancy gavel here from my friend Charlie. We're going to put this right here. We're at 260 going twice. Now, Shinsuke, if you want to put another bid in, sometimes we don't see it. Can't tell if you're out of the running or if you want to continue. Eric Benz, thank you for joining us. We're at $260. 270 Shinsuke. We're at $270. We're currently at $270. Hey Brian, how's it going, buddy? We're currently at $270. Laura's at $280. $280 for this gorgeous, gorgeous Ochiba. We're currently at $280. Shinsuke, the bid is to you. Hey Jeffrey, how's it going, buddy? Andy, how are you? Hey Brian. Everyone's joining in. We got 55 people on. What's going on, buddy? We're at where are we? We're at $280 with Laura. Shinsuke, the bid is to you. I think a big jump may win this. We're at $280 going once. A great opening, a great start to the show. We're at $280 going twice. Oh. Shinsuke, I'm going to give you a last chance. We are sold at $280 for Laura. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to scare you. That was a really nice Ochiba. All right. Next up, we're going to go with I have an Aragoki Saragoi. Still has gin scales down the spine. Really, really large scaled or dragon scale or armor scale Aragoki. Definitely on the rarer side. Starting bid is $150. These are from Kase. Jennifer's in at $150. First bid, Jennifer is at $150. Really, really unique. Aragoki Saragoi, we're $150 with Jennifer. Do we have 160, 175? We're looking for a next bid. We're currently at 150. Definitely a unique fish. What's really unique about the Aragoki, especially, is when they get bigger. When they get bigger, you see these giant scales. Chris Sims, 175. We're currently at 175 with Chris Sims. Thank you, Chris. When these fish get bigger, you see these giant scales. It's really cool. We're currently at 175. Jennifer's at 185. It's so interesting. We have 3 phones, and what do you have? You have Verizon, AT&T. So I have Verizon as well. Chris Sims is at 190, $190. So just really interesting how the timing is different. Like it came in for you, and then like 5 seconds later it came in for me. Where Jennifer's at $200. Currently at $200 for this gorgeous Aragoki Saragoi. Currently at $200. We're off to a big start here on the 108th episode of the Coin Market Koi live marketplace. Currently at $200, and this Deutsche Chiba wants to come along for the ride. Did you get a picture already, Michael? We're currently at 200. Do we have another bidder in? We're at $200. Really love the Aragoki when they get larger, just seeing these giant scales, especially on a fish like this. And I love that it's got the gin scales down the pectoral. That just makes it even nicer. Chris is out. We are at $200 going once. We have another bidder in. We're at $200. At $200 going once. $200 going twice. Sold for $200. Jennifer, good pick. Ooh, sorry. Okay, next. We're going to do another Aragoki. So this is closer to a Chagoi. It does have some gray on the side, so it's not, it would still be considered a Chiba because it has some gray on the side. But really cool. It actually looks like a snake. Yeah. Very cool. Okay, opening bid again is starting at $150 for this close to Chagoi, but it is an Ochiba. Opening bid is $150. Do we have an opening bid? We got 175. Chris opens up higher, 175. Chris Sims is at 175. Looking for 185. We're at 175 right now. Definitely a cool fish. Again, when these fish get bigger, we see these giant scales. It just changes the look of the fish in the pond. It's just a unique and different look. We're at 175. Do we have 185? We're currently at 175. We have 54 on right now. Welcome to the show if it's your first time joining us. We're currently at 175. Looking for 185. We're at 175. Now, we have a lot of fish to do today, so we're going to try and move quickly. So we're at 175 going once. Whoever bowled these koi have a good eye. Very nice. Thank you, Brian. We all bowled them. The 175 going twice. Sold for 175. Hi, Rosemary. Thanks for joining. Okay, next. What am I going to do next? I am going to do a Deutsch Showa. You think? This is a Benny Kuman Ryu right here. I think. Yeah, non-metallic. I think it's Benny Kuman Ryu. The Benny Kuman Ryu. Sumi coming up on the head. You can see that right there. Some sumi around the eyes, coming up on the sides. Also, you know what? It's so interesting. It's like a switch goes off, and in the last couple of days, like everyone is actually starting to get into the pond mode, and things are starting to move, and business is starting to pick up, and it goes from literally nothing to all of a sudden something. We're going to open the bidding at $150. Opening bid on this Benny Kumanrio is $150. Do we have an opening bid of $150? We're looking for our first bid, $150. Question: how do you know that the sumi is coming up and not disappearing? On this one, I can see the sumi. I can actually see it's coming up. Yeah, because it's been darkening up since we got the fish. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I see it. The fish has been darkening up since we brought it in, so I know that it's coming up. Opening bid is $150. Do we have an opening bid of $150? We are looking for $150. We have an opening bid of $150. I'm eyeing my next fish as I have this conversation. We have an opening bid of $150. If not, no big deal. She'll go back, and you can always take a picture of a fish if you're interested, and we can go and pick it out another time. What we do is after the show, the fish go into a smaller cage, and they're localized so that we can pick them out at a later time. We usually hold them for the weekend, and by Monday, if you're still interested, we can pull that fish out without stressing the rest of the fish out and going and digging it out of a whole bunch of other fish. What's nice is that it's darkness easier here in the States because the water is harder. Yeah. So one more time, opening bid is $150 if you're interested. If not, that's fine. We're going to move on. I'll give it another couple of seconds. All right. We're going to let this one go, and we are going to look for another fish. I'm going to jump on this where Deutsch Sargoy. Check that out. Deutsch Sargoy opening bid is $150. So Deutsch scaleless. You guys haven't heard my spiel in the past about Deutsch or where the Deutsch come from. The Deutsch actually meaning the word German. So it's really a German scaled fish. Doesn't necessarily mean scaleless. Okay, it actually means German scaled. And back in the day, and I don't have a date for you, I don't know if it was on a Monday and whatever, I have no idea, but a very long time ago, the German government gave the Japanese government a gift, and it was German scaled carp, or what they call Deutsch. Okay, so they gave this gift to the Japanese government of these Deutsch, German scaled carp. The Japanese government then gave those fish out to various koi farms, and they bred the Deutsch fish with their fish, and the first fish to come out of that was actually the shusui. Yeah, it is like a silver bullet. The opening bid on this is $150. We have an opening bid of $150. Looking for an opening bid of $150. Definitely a cool fish. Looking for an opening bid of $150.
More of a general question, not even just
Yeah.
something of their own personal knowledge of their own business. How do you know if this experience?
Sure. On Kuman Ryu and Benikiki Kiryu, you definitely will see changes in color quite often. Same with Matsu Kawabaki. In cooler and warmer water, also with harder and softer water. And harder and softer water really with any fish. Do we have an opening bid of $150 on this Deutsch Sargoy? Probably one of the only Deutsch Sargoy we have in the entire shop. Right here. I do not know the name, but would you would love to see some of the two-color Deutsch fish, almost like a Deutsch. Yes, I will show you them. Those are actually a metallic Ochiba, or you could consider them a Kogane, Deutsch Kogane Ochiba. Do we have an opening bid of 150 on this Deutsch Saragoi? I can't believe no one's jumping on this fish. We are looking for an opening bid of $150. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. Thank you, Katie. All right, well, he's going to be in the boat for a little while, and we're going to jump over to the Kogane here. This is a metallic Ochiba. So it's got metallic skin, super, super white sheen. So metallic sheen on the body. Opening bid is $150. We have an opening bid of $150. Do we have our first bidder? What was that? I don't think it's a Kikasui. I mean,
150
Ryan Matthew. I mean, Kikasui, maybe. I mean, Deutsch Harawaki, possibly. We have an opening bid of $150. Do we have $160? Currently at $150. Hey, Zach, how's it going, buddy? Did Zach get his did you ship sturgeon to him yet? Zach actually, just jumped on. He bought some sturgeon from us. Thank you, Zach. Greg is at 160. We're currently at 160. Ryan, the bid is C. We're currently at $160 with Greg Gripinato. Currently 160, looking for 170. 160, looking for $170. We're at 170 with Ryan. CJ, you just missed it. Ryan Matthew beat you to the punch. We're at 170. Currently looking for 180 or higher. Who's going to win this one? We're currently at $170 with CJ. Harold Greenberg, how are you, Harold? It's been a long time. So CJ is at 180. How's it going, Harold? The current bid is $180 with CJ at $180. Looking for $190 or $200. Who's going to make the leap? CJ is at $180. This is a much longer process than doing it the other way. But, I don't mind. It gets everyone to be a little bit more interactive. We're at 190 with Ryan Matthew. Ryan Matthew is at 190. I haven't seen Matthew Tyson in a long time. To ask him how he's doing. We're currently at $190 with Ryan Matthew. Looking for 200. Ryan Matthews at 190. Do we have a bid of 200? All right, we're at 190 going once. Just in the effort of moving things forwards here. We're at 190 going once. Do we have 200? Got 190 going twice. All right, we're sold at 190 to Ryan Matthew. Good job, Ryan. Next, we're going to do a Deutsch Chiba. What do you think? You guys want to pick your next fish? We're gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with the Deutscher Chiba. Maybe another Aragoki. We'll go with this Aragoki here. Aragoki Deutscher Chiba. Opening bid of $150. Nice scalation. I like what's cool about this is it's got the big scales on this side are brown and the big scales right over here are silver. Definitely cool. Opening bid is $150. We have an opening bid. Currently at $150. I don't see Jane on today. Where is Jane today? Jane had some issues last week where she kept on I don't know if it was her network kept on booting her off the show. She was trying to bid on fish and she was getting booted. We have an opening bid of $150. Looking for an opening bid of $150. This is an Aragoki Deutscher Chiba. They're looking for an opening bid of $150. And he jumped out, and where is he? Here he is over here. Sorry, I looked the other way for a second, and he jumped out. Hey, Jane, there you are. So, Jane, hopefully you won't have the issues you had the other day. We're looking for an opening bid of $150 on this Deutsch Chiba. It's an Aragoki, so big scale, large scale. We'll do this Ochiba next. We have an opening bid of $150. If not, all good. We'll move on. Wish I could, but no fish for me today. All good. Hey, Pam, how's it going? Okay, we have an opening bid. We're looking for an opening bid of $150. Not, I'm going to move on. Michael, pick the next fish. We're looking for $150. Paul Kubinski, $150. Hey, Paul, how's it going, buddy? We currently have a bid of $150, looking for $160. We're currently at $150 with Paul Kubinski. Good to hear from you, Paul. Currently at $150. Do we have $160 bid, or is Paul taking this home for $150? You got a picture? Well, how's the pond going? Is it all done? Are all the fish in? Paul's been working on his pond for quite some time, and he's posted a lot of really good pictures. It really came out nice. Good picture. All right, we're at 150 going once. Doesn't look like anyone's going to challenge you today, Paul.
That's only 30 fish.
Only 30 in so far. Okay. I think you got a lot more fish. How many fish do you have, Paul? Or should I not even ask? That might be a bad question to ask. We have 150 going twice. Sold for 150 to Paul Kubinski. Any koi police? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question as well. Michael?
Chris Sim says, how many does his partner know about? That is the question.
Alright, so maybe we should just talk about something else. Oh, the sun just came out. It's got really bright in here. Right here? Okay. All right, we're going to go with another. A little tough to tell. I mean, metallic, Kikasui. Opening bid's 150. Also Coochie Benny, so it's got red around the lips. Opening bid's 150. It's got a really cool patch over the eye. Nice balance pattern across the back, and the white is super, super white. So the Shiroji is super white. We have an opening bid of $150. Looking for an opening bid of 150. Katie Marie's at 150, looking for 165. We're at 150, looking for 165. We have our next bidder. Really nice fish. Currently at $150, looking for our next bidder. We're at 150, looking for 160, 165, 170. We're at 165, Harold Greenberg. So Harold, you bid on the other one that was similar to this, so this is definitely seems to be one that you're interested in. All right, we're at 160 we're at 165 with Harold. CJ, you're a little bit late to the party. CJ is now at 170. Current bid is 170. CJ. Bid is to Katie and Harold. We're currently at $170. You guys missed out on the last one. Also, this one is also gorgeous. Katie's at $180. Currently at 180.
200.
CJ's at $200. CJ really wants this one. CJ is currently in the running for this one at $200. We have a higher bid than $200. We're currently at $200 with CJ. Katie, Harold, the bid is to you guys. Katie's at $210. Harold, where are you at, Harold? We're currently at $210 with Katie. CJ, Harold, the bid is to you guys. We're at $210 with Katie Marie. Currently at $210. Going once. CJ's out. Hey, Laura. Definitely a beautiful fish. Katie's at 210. Harold. Hey, Zach, how's it going, buddy? There's Zach Penn. Zach is my partner in Kick-Ass Pond Fittings. He is an amazing fabricator. So we're currently at $210 with Katie. Harold, the bid is to you. We're at $210 going once. $210 going twice. And we are sold. $210. Thank you, Katie. Oh, Harold, you just missed it. You just missed it. It's sold to Katie for $210. We do appreciate you jumped in for the bid, but it was a little bit too late. Sorry about that, Harold. Katie, you did win the bid. So guys, sometimes that happens. If a bid comes in afterwards, can you see if you can find one or two more fish like that? We're going to see if we can find a couple more. I have another really unique Ochiba here. Yes. Just grab a couple. I have a very unique Ochiba here. Yeah, me too, but you know how that goes. I promise myself no more. Alright, we have a very unique Ochiba right here. Really cute spot on the nose. Try not to kick the camera, Sean. Kind of a maroon, so tancho spot on the head with a pattern on the back. Cool Ochiba. Opening bid is $150. We have our first opening bid. Looking for an opening bid of 150. We have our first opening bid. Looking for $150. This is spot. We spotted Ochiba. Is anyone interested in the spot? Opening bid is $150. It would really be. We're at Jim Gill is at $150. Opening bid is $150 to Jim. Thank you, Jim, for that opening bid. We're currently at $150. We have lots and lots of fish to go here. Currently at $150 with Jim. We have another bid. We're looking for $160. Love the little boop on his nose. Yeah, it's very cute. Looking for $160. We're currently at $150. Hey, Liz. How's it going? We're currently at $150. Do we have $160? All right, we're at $150 going once. Whatever you want me to do. Anyone else name all their fish? We're at $150 going twice. Sold for $150. Thank you, Jim. Okay, next. I love this Ochiba. This Deutz Ochiba right here. Really cool pattern on this Deutz Ochiba. Deutz Ochiba. This is Kase Koi Farm. Opening bid is $150. Very, very nice Ochiba. Nice pattern. Really love. I mean, check out the pattern going on the side of this one. Absolutely gorgeous. We found a couple more fish. Thank you, Gabe. This opening bid on this Deutz Ochiba is $150. We have our first bidder going for $150. We have our first bidder going for $150. I feel like we're just going to auctions now. Opening bid is $150. We have our first offer. Jane is at $150. Thank you, Jane. Alan John is on from Aruba. Alan, nice to see you. Huh? Oh no, so Al just called me just now. So Al, is that, I don't think that's, I don't know if that's Al because Al said he was leaving. I don't know if he's on his way home yet. We're currently at $150. We are looking for $160. Al, that might be you. I think it is you. So we're currently at $150 looking for $160. So Al, if this is Al from Sound Shore Pond, they're working on the absolutely gorgeous and amazing show pond up front that we kind of glimpsed at a little bit this morning. I didn't want to show you guys too much because there's so much more to go, and I'd rather it be more of a surprise for you guys. But Al was in a slight accident, which he hasn't actually told me the whole story about. I think it had something to do with a dune buggy, but he hasn't told me the story yet, so we'll find out. Still here as in, are you staying or are you coming home today? Looking for 160 on this. We're currently at 150 with Jane going once. Did you get a picture, Mike? Looking for 160. We're at $150. Traveling today. Right. We're 150 looking for 160, 150 going twice. We're sold for $150 to Jane. Good job, Jane. Nice fish. Okay, next. All right. So toss up. I think this is a Kogane, so metallic Ochiba, metallic Doitsu Chiba. Opening bid is $150. Really cool, unique pattern. Orange eyes, both eyes orange. Really cool pattern that crosses over from one eye down the spine. Opening bid is $150. CJ is at $150. We're currently at $150. Opening bid's $150. Do we have $160, $165? Currently at $150 with CJ. These are awesome. We're at $150. We're looking for $160. We have to get the doorbells fixed. They had a solar version of those doorbells. Currently at $150, looking for $160, $165. Hi Nancy, thanks for joining us. We're at $150. Looking for $160. Do we have $160? We have $165. We're at $150 going once. $150 going twice. Sold for $150. You got a picture, Michael? Next. Everyone's always looking for Ginran Surrey. You can do the Ginran Surrey. Is there a fish that you guys are interested in here that you would like me to put up for sale? Let me know. I love this Aragoki Doitsu Chiba right here. This one's gorgeous. Check that one out. I don't know, did that one just get put in here? Really gorgeous Doitsu Chiba. Starting bid $150. We have our opening bid of $150. Absolutely gorgeous. Doitsu Chiba Aragoki style. So Aragoki big scaled. Different than the other big scaled. So this is big scaled down the spine and down the lateral line. So the line that goes down the middle of the fish. See that? So really unique. Just down the lateral line. So both sides of the fish and down the spine. Really nice pattern. Nice and balanced pattern. Very cool fish. Love the mask on the fish. So the brown goes across the fish. Opening bid is $150. Paul Kubinski. Paul's at $150. We have $165. Currently at $150. Very nice fish, Paul. We're $150 looking for $165. I'm expecting Jane to jump in on this one. This is a really nice fish. We're at $150 looking for $165. Currently at $150 looking for $165. While Al is sipping on margaritas on a beach in Aruba, having the time of his life, or he could be in a cast, I don't know, because he hasn't told me exactly what happened. But we love you, Al, and we missed you all week this week. We're at $150 looking for $165, $150 going once. Jane, I can't believe you're not jumping on this one. And I think after this, unless there's another fish you guys are interested in here, I'm going to bring in some fresh fish. We're at $150 looking for $165, $150 going once. Might have said that already, but I'm saying it again. looking for 165. We're at 150 going twice. Can't wait to see the progress. Dude, you can't, the guys killed it this week. They did a phenomenal job. The back wall underneath the feeding stone came out amazing. We had a whole bunch of great stone in the back that we used for that. And I can't wait to see the water flow over this. It's just going to be like nothing anyone's seen before. So I can't wait. Probably another week until it's done, guys. But we will not be having the show next week because we will be in Oklahoma. So in 2 weeks' time, you might see that whole thing running, and we're going to have to hit the ground running to get everything set up. But really looking forward to it. Do you have any Kiyutsuri? I do have Kiyutsuri, but we're not doing those today. We already have our fish picked out for today. Kiyutsuri is not among them. All right, sorry. So going back to this, Paul. Paul was at $150. We have no other bidders. Sold to Paul for $150. Okay. Are there any other fish in here you guys are interested in? Otherwise, I'm going to put these guys back, and we're going to move on to some other fish. Anything else you guys want to see here? Can you post pics of it before filling? Sure. Sure. The Tancho Ochiba. Yes. Here's the Tancho Ochiba. Very cool. So, opening bid is $150. Has a little bit of gin scales on it. Opening bid is $150. Hey, Tom. What's up, buddy? My buddy Tom Hodgins just joined. So opening bid is $150. Will you be at one of the koi stores in Oklahoma? I wasn't planning on it. Whoever asked about how big my pond is, it is 7,500 gallons. So Paul has been working on this pond for quite some time. He had gotten the filtration from us. He did a 3-inch bead filter system. I believe he also has a Baki shower system set up on there. Hey Tom, how's it going? Tom Tran just jumped on. How's it going? So Tancho Ochiba, opening bid is $150. We have our opening bid. Is that Jim Gill? Jim Gill opened the bid at $150, looking for $175. Currently at $150. And a Zaki seed. So funny because Zach is actually on, the inventor of the Zaki seed. Say hi, Zach Penn. So Zach and I are now partners in Kick-Ass Pond Fittings. We're very excited to be launching that at the Oklahoma Water Garden Expo this weekend. Really excited about that. So here we go, guys. We have this Tancho Ochiba, and the opening bid is $150. We have $165. Currently, we're looking for $165. We're $150. Do we have another bidder? Tom, I'm not sure if I actually seen you on the show before. Is this your first time? We're at $150 now, looking for $165. Currently at $150. Well, Greg, I hope to see you there as well. Katie, very cool. Another customer with the Zaki seed. Okay, we have our Tancho Ochiba for $150, looking for $165. Do we have another bidder? We got $150 going once. $150 going twice. Nice. Nice. So we're actually going to be selling the no niche skimmers as well. We actually have them under the Kick-Ass line, so I'm pretty excited about that. Sold. So who got this one? Was it Jim Gill got for $150. You got a picture? All right. So guys, take a look in the bowl. Is there anything else you're interested in? Otherwise, not a problem. I have a lot of fish picked out. I'm going to put these guys back and we're going to go grab some other fish. Any other fish you want to see go up? We'll pan out a little bit. Have some very nice Ochiba, Deutsch Ochiba. I have Deutsch Kohaku. I have Deutsch Kogane. I'm really surprised no one grabbed this this Deutsch Saragoy here. Really cool fish. Really unique. I have Goshiki in here. Deutsch Showa. Alright, we're going to put these guys back. If no one else has any, we're going to put them in the cage. If there's a fish in here that you guys are interested in that didn't sell during the show, take a screenshot and send it to me. Gabe, you want to put these guys back? Or not? I will put them back. Got lots on the show today. We have 55 on. Michael, can you change out this bowl? Like I said, guys, everything that we just had in there, if you see one of those fish you're interested in, let me know. So I'll spray my hands like we always do in between. So just give me a second. We're gonna grab another bowl. It'll just be a few minutes, guys. There's some absolutely gorgeous fish coming up. Also from Kase and Aoki. Watch your step, Michael. Some really nice Showa. Some golden dragons. Poncho lemon harawaki. Water in the mouth. All right. Take a look in the bowl. Yusuf, the goshi, we just put those away, but we put them in a cage so I can show it to you another time, or you can stop by the shop. Yusuf was just in Japan. He went to the All Japan Koi Show. Hopefully you had an amazing time there. All right, so we have some gorgeous Showa in here. Yeah, we got the Tancho lemon. This fish is awesome. This is from Aoki. The opening bid on this is $200. Gorgeous fish. This fish is a 8 to 9 inch. Laura's at $200. Opening bid of $200. Looking for our next bidder. Laura's at $200. Looking for $225. Currently at $200 with Laura. We're at $200 with Laura. Aoki, always unique. Aoki, you guys know, is my favorite koi farm. We are, I think, as they said, the second largest dealer in Aoki fish in the world.
220,
Harold Greenberg, $220. Currently at $220 with Harold Greenberg. Currently at $220. Laura's at $240. We're jumping big numbers here. Everyone wants this one. We're at $240. Do we have our next bidder? We have $250. Do we have $275? Currently at $240 with Laura. I'm agreeing, Sean. We're at $240. We have another bidder. We're at $240 looking for $250. Very nice. Concho Lemon Harawaki from Aoki. We're at $240. We have a bid of $250.
250,
Harold's at $250. All right, Harold definitely wants this one. We're at $250. Currently looking for $275. Laura's at $270. Harold, this is not your day today. Harold keeps trying to get him in, and every time Harold jumps in, someone else jumps in after him. All right, we're at $270. Do we have $300? Poncho Lemon Harawaki, we're at $270. Looking for a higher bid. Do we have $290? Do we have $300? Currently at $270. I was first bid on this, yes. We're at $270 with Laura. Sometimes when you guys bid, we don't always see it right away. There can be a delay. It can be your signal. It can be our signal. We do have a mobile Wi-Fi setup we walk around with to give us the best signal possible. But, sometimes, we have two phones on right now. We usually have 2 to 3 phones so we can see if someone else is bidding, and we've had that issue happen. We're at $270. We have a higher bid looking for $300. We're at $270 looking for $300. We're at $270 going once. $270 going, $280. We're at $280 right now. Harold's at $280. Yes, the Kindai is definitely a nice one too. We're at $290. Laura's at $290. And Sean keeps bumping into the camera. Stay away from the camera, Sean. We're at $290 with Laura. Laura is not letting this one go. We're at $290. We had $300. We're at $290. Currently at $290, looking for $300 or more. Maybe a big leap. We're at $290 now. $290 going once. Sorry, guys. Everyone jumped on. $290 going twice. $300. Harold actually did at the same time. We're at $300 with Harold. It was at the exact time that I hit it. So we will continue. That is the first time that that's happened. We're at $300. Laura's at $310. Sorry, Harold. We're now at $310. Harold had jumped in at $300. If I didn't spend all my money in Aruba, I'd buy it right now. Laura's at $310. Currently at $310. Harold, let us know if you have another bid. We're currently at $310. This is not Harold's day for winning a fish today. We're currently at $310. Aoki, Lemon Harawaki, Concho. Very nice fish. Super, super nice yellow. Going up, up, up. That's great. Thank you, Andy. We're at $310. We have a higher bid. 310 going once. $310 going twice. Harold, is your last chance? Larkin, how's it going? All right, this is it. Sold at $310. You got a picture? Sorry, Harold. Yeah, do you want to pick? We'll do the Kindai first. Kindai Showa opening bid $200. The Showa are from Kase. Just like the fish we had before, these Showa are from Kase. This fish is much bigger than the fish that we were showing before. This fish is around almost 11 inches. Opening bid $200 on this Kindai. Kindai is old school, much more Shiroji, white, or new school. Sorry, I don't know why I said old school. New school. Opening bid is $200. We have our opening bid. Looking for $200. Looking for our opening bid. We have 56 people on. It's 1:40. Started at 11 o'clock. We're almost at 3 hours. You guys know we love doing this show. I'm glad you guys have joined us for so long. We're at 55 people on. We're looking for an opening bid of $200 on this Kase Showa. So Kindai being new school, more white, more Shiroji on the koi. Opening bid looking for $200. Plenty of Sumi coming up at the midsection. Sumi coming up around the head. Harold Greenberg, $200. Harold at $200 opening bid. So we have another bid. We're at $200, looking for $210, $215, $225. Where are we at? We are at $200 with Harold Greenberg. Very nice show, Harold. Currently at $200. That $200 going once. $200 going twice. I really want Harold to get a fish here, so sold for $200 to Harold Greenberg. I have all Harold's info in the system, I believe. Harold's purchased from us in the past. You got a picture? I think it's Yellow Dragon time. It's Yellow Dragon time at Koi Market. Yellow Dragon time. We can do this Yellow Dragon or this one. Which one do you want? Michael, pick. Which one do you want? Okay. We're going to start with this Yellow Dragon. Opening bid is $175. Opening bid $175 on this Yellow Dragon. We have our opening bid. Gorgeous, gorgeous Yellow Dragon. Nice symmetrical scalation down the spine. Nice key yellow.
175,
Richard Perillo. Is that new? Richard, I'm not sure if you've purchased before from us. Oh, we're here in person. Okay. Richard Perillo is at $175. Richard, if I don't have your info, please make sure you text me. I need obviously your shipping name. I believe you're local, but shipping name, email address, phone number, and home address. And you're going to text it to 516-547-0164. We had an opening bid of $175, looking for $200. We're at $175. We have another bid, $185, $190, $195, $200. Do we have another bid for this yellow dragon, golden dragon from Aoki? Does have a nice, it definitely has a very clean head. We're at 175. Do we have 185? 190, Harold Greenberg. Harold is at $190. Currently at 190. The bid is to you, Richard. We're currently at $190. I gotta take this sweatshirt off. This is getting warm in here. Getting very warm in here. Richard's at $200. Can you grab this net? Just getting a little bit warm for me. Oh. It was getting very warm in here. The sun came out and it's beating down on the greenhouse. And we're currently at $200 with Richard Perillo. Harold, do we have another bid from you? We're at $200 with Richard. Current bid $200. We have $210, $220, $215. Currently at $200 going once. Harold at $210. Currently at $210. Looking for our next bid. We're at $210. Richard, did you want to jump in with another bid? We're currently at $210. Looks like Harold's going to take this one home. It will be $75 in Oklahoma City next side. Crazy. All right. We're at $210. Richard is bowing out. We have $210 going once. $210 going twice. Sold. Sold to Harold Greenberg for $210. So, just so you guys know, Harold, I think, has the largest pond on all of Long Island. His pond is, I don't know, Harold, how big is your pond? Is it like 3/4 of an acre? Or is it like an acre? It's a very large pond. It is a very, very large pond. Next up, we're going to do a Deutsch Shower.
That's a pond that touches the
What is the poncho with the dark back and white sides? So, I think it looks like a Benny Kiko.
Yeah, it's red on the belly.
Yeah, see the red? Yeah, see the red on the belly? Yep. This is a Tancho Benny Kiko. Very, very unique. Aoki always has very unique fish. I did have a Deutsch Show in there before. What was that?
So,
Will this fish fit in my ponds? What I'm missing? Yeah. This fish will definitely fit in your ponds. Okay, the opening bid on this fish is $200 for this Tancho Benny Kiko. Very, very nice fish from Aoki. Very unique. Symmetrical motor grew on the pectoral fins. $200 is the opening bid. So we have $200 on this fish. Yusuf already jumped it up. We're at $210. Yusuf definitely wants this fish. He's at $210. Katie, you're going to have to one up Yusuf. He's at $210. Currently at $210. Very unique fish from Aoki. Katie's at $225. Current bid is $225. Yusuf, the bid is to you. We're at $225. Currently $225. We're at $250, Yusuf. Currently at $250. Katie, the bid is to you. We're at $250. Definitely a unique fish. Poncho Benny Kiko. You guys know that Benny Kiko are my favorite. We're at $250. Katie's at $275. Current bid $275 with Katie. Yusuf, the bid is to you. Yes, it's from Aoki. This is my favorite breeder. We're currently at $275. We have $300 bid.
300.
Danny Hines at $300. We have another bidder in the mix. We have three going for this fish. Katie, Yusuf, and Danny. Danny's at $300. Yusuf, you're a little late to the game. You got to up the game. We're at $300 with Danny Hines. Yusuf is at $325. $325. Katie, you're going to have to up it. Yusuf just bid $325. We are really jumping on this one. We're at $325. $350. Danny Hines. Danny, thanks for joining the party. We're at $350. We got Koi Koi jumping in too. Wow. All right, Koi Koi, you're going to have to jump up. Yusuf, you're going to have to jump up. Katie, you're going to have to jump up. We're at $350 right now. We're at $375. We're at Tancho Benny Kiko. We got $360 from Koi Koi. I Heart Koi. We're at $360. We have a higher bid. Currently at $360. Yusuf is at $400. Currently at $400. Pancho Benny Kiko from Aoki. We're at $400. Katie, you're going to have to up your bid. Do we have any other bids on this one? We're at $400. Currently at $400. Very rare, very nice. Yusuf, you're absolutely right. Great pick. We're at $400 with Yusuf. Currently at $400. Do we have anyone else bidding on this fish? Currently at $400. $450. Danny Hines is at $450. $450. Very nice. Katie is out. We're at $450. Danny Hines. Yusuf, the bid is to you. Koi Koi, the bid is also to you. We're at $450. We get some air back in here. Currently at $450. We have another bidder. We're at $450 going once. $450 going twice. Giving you guys one last chance to jump in. Sold. $450 to Danny Hines. Got a picture? All right. So guys, just want to reiterate. For those of you just joining us, we have 52 on. I'm not sure who is on from the beginning of the show and who's just joining us. So we have free boarding, free layaway, and free shipping. What does free boarding mean? Free boarding means we will hold this fish until you're ready to ship the fish. Okay? It can ship in spring. I hate to hold it till summer, but if we had to, just let us know what the deal is. We have free layaway, so you can pay the fish off in equal payments monthly. So if you bought a fish for $300 and the fish is shipping in 3 months, that'll be $100 a month. Now, our office manager will be reaching out to you to discuss how many payments you want to break this down into. She will get your credit card. You do not have to pay by credit card, but everyone has to put a credit card on file. Okay? If you do a credit card, you do have to pay a credit card fee. If you do a check, you do not have to pay a fee. You're going to let Thelma, who's our office manager, know exactly how you want to move forwards. And we're going to start the bidding next on this gorgeous Showa from Kase. Opening bid is $200. Very nice Showa. Oh, signal so bad. Well, that's not good. Edward is at $200. Opening bid, $200. Gorgeous, gorgeous Showa. We're currently at $200 looking for $225. $200 looking for $225. Edward, thank you for that opening bid. We have another bidder. We're currently at opening bid of $200. Looking for $210, $215, $220, $225. Do we have another bid? Very nice Showa. Love that it's half red, half black on the face. Definitely nice mask on the face. Sumi coming up around the body. Currently at $200. We have another bidder. Currently at $200. Jane is at 210. Currently at 210. Edward, the bid is to you. We're currently at $210 with Jane.
225.
Ed is at 225. We're on a streak here. And away we go. We're at $225. Jane, the bid is to you. We're currently at $225. Jane, bid is to you. We're at $225. Do we have $235? Currently at $225. Currently at $225 with Edward Blumenreiter. Him and his wife have come out here a few times to pick out fish. Jane also has traveled all the way here from Massachusetts to come to pick out fish. She comes every year, every other year. She's come down and picked a lot of fish with us. Thank you for taking that trip, both of you guys, for coming all the way out here. It is much appreciated. We're currently at $225. Jane, the bid is to you. We're at $225 going once. Jane, I'm not sure if you're delayed. I know that you were having some issues last time on the show. We're at $225. Great show today, Sean. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brian. We're at $225. Looking for another bid. We're at $225 going once. I think I already said that, but I'm saying it again. Jane is at $230. Currently at $230. Ed, we might need a bigger jump up to win this bid. We're at $230. Currently at $230. May need to go to $240, $250, $260 to win this one. Currently at $230 with Jane. Ed's at $250. Jane, the bid is to you. Ed, I think you may have won it right there. We're at $250. Jane, are you going to jump in and take this bid over? We're at $250 with Ed. We're at $250 going once. Jane is out. We're at $250 going twice. Sold for $250 to Ed. Thank you, Ed. Great pick. Next. We can do I like this show right here. Really nice show. Next show. Nice, very well balanced pattern. Black face. Starting bid is $200 from Kase. Symmetrical motor glue on the pectorals. Nice balanced pattern. I'm a big fan of this fish. Very nice shower. I love that he's got the black face. Opening bid is $200. We have an opening bid of $200. Very nice shower. We're looking for $200. We have our opening bid of $200. Benny is nice and red. Sumi is very black. We have an opening bid of $200. Looking for an opening bid of $200. Nazro, thanks for joining us. Mike, how's it going, buddy? I haven't talked to you in forever. We have a lot of people joining on the show that I have not seen on the show before. How are you, Mike? It's been a really long time. So, guys, we're currently opening bid of $200. I think I may lower this bid a little bit. What do you think, Mike? Yeah, we'll go down to $175 opening bid. $175 opening bid on this gorgeous show. Looking for $175. We have $175. Currently looking for $175 opening bid. Opening bid $175. Do we have an opening bid? Very, very nice show of nice black face. Nice balance pattern. Richard, $175. Currently at $175. Good pick, Richard. We're currently $175. We have our next bid. We're looking for 185, 190. We're at 175. Currently at 175 with Richard. Rob Conway's at 180. Currently at 180. Do we have 185, 190? Currently at $180. We're at $180 with Rob Conway. Richard, the bid is to you. Currently at $180. I am not going to have a voice left. $200. We're currently at $200 with Richard. Currently $200. We're at a $200 bid with Richard. Rob, the bid is to you. We're currently at $200. Looking for 210, 215, 220, 225. We're at $200 with Richard. With $200 going once. $200 going twice. Okay, Rob. Sold for $200. Got it? Okay, next. We haven't done any Deutsch Show. I'd like to do a Deutsch Show. Guys, take a look in the bowl while I'm looking. Picking my next fish here.
Tom, would you like to repeat the number?
Phone number is 516-547-0164. Make sure you text me your shipping name, shipping address, email address, and your phone number. I know that you texted me. It's going to be with your phone, so obviously we'll have your phone. We're going to do a Deutsch Show next. And here we go. Deutsch Show. Opening bid is $175 on this Deutsch Show. Opening bid $175. Very nice Deutsch Show. I will pull up the Kujaku next, Yusuf. Opening bid on this Deutsch Show is $175. We have an opening bid. Currently looking for $175 on this Deutsch Show. We have an opening bid of $175. We still have lots of fish to go, guys. Lots of fish to go. We're currently at $175 opening on this fish. All the fish want to get in on the action. We have $175 opening bid. We're looking for $175. Do we have an opening bid of $175? Nice fish. All right, no big deal if no one jumps on it. I'm going to put him aside. We're going to go find somebody else. We're going to bring in the Kujaku. There you go, Yusuf. Nice Kujaku, also from Aoki. Opening bid is $175 as well. $175 opening bid on the Kujaku. We have our opening bid. I also have a Concha Kujaku in here. We're going to do that one next. Opening bid on this Kujaku is $175. Do we have our first bid $175 on this Kujaku? Okay. We're at $200. Yusuf. Yusuf definitely wants this fish. We're at $200 for Yusuf. Currently at $200. We have another bidder. Yusuf is at $200. We have $215, $225. Currently at $200. We're at $200 going once. $200 going twice. Sold for $200. Yusuf. Yusuf, is your new pond done? I know you were building another pond. Got Tancho Kujaku here. Yusuf, you're already at $200. I'm not going to sell it to you for $250. You're already at $200. You won it for $200. You're good, buddy. Okay. We're now on to Tancho Kujaku. Opening bid is $200. Opening bid $200 on the Tancho Kujaku. You won it for $200, Yusuf. No need to go up. You're battling yourself on that one. We have a Tancho Kujaku. Opening bid is $200. Hey, Tino, how's it going? Hey, Rob. We have $200 opening bid on this Tancho Kujaku. We have an opening bid of $200. We are looking for $200 opening bid. Hi, Lisa. We have 50 people on. It's 2 o'clock. We've been on officially for 3 hours. And there's no fish in the net because I'm not paying attention because I was looking for another fish. We're at $200 opening bid. I'm going to drop the bid to $175. We have $175 opening bid. We're opening the bid at $175. We have $175 on this Tancho Kujaku. Currently looking for $175 opening bid. We are looking for $175. All good. If no one wants them, that's fine. We're going to put them aside. Give you one more chance. Opening bid $175. Michael, you want to pick our next fish here? Opening bid $175. Anyone? Your. All right, we're going to move on. You want to do this one, Michael? Yellow Dragon. The infamous angry yellow dragon. It's known to eat lots of food. Very aggressive. Breathes fire. Opening bid $175. We have an opening bid of $175 on our golden dragon. Opening bid $175 on this golden dragon. Aoki named the golden dragon. Aoki also created the Kikakiryu and Beni Kikakiryu. If you bought a Beni Kikakiryu or a Kikakiryu from any breeder, it originated from Aoki. Richard is at $175 opening bid. We're at $175 looking for $200. We're at $175 looking for $200. Richard opened the bid at $175. We have 46 on. We're currently at 175. Do we have 180? 185. Currently at 175. Golden Dragon from Aoki. We have another bid. We're at 175 going once. Katie's at 180. Currently at $180. Richard, the bid is to you. We're currently at 180. I actually do. I think I have one or two huge sorry in the next bowl. Katie's at $180. Currently at $180. Richard's at 185. Currently at 185. Currently at 185. We're at $185. Richard is currently at the high bid of 185. Katie, the bid is to you. We're at $185. Katie is going to pass. Richard, you're at 185 going once. $185 going twice. Sold for $185. Michael, you got picture? Picture. I'm going to do this unique Tancho Beniquico here. Opening bid, $175. Really nice Shiroji, super white. Opening bid, $175. Definitely a unique fish. Opening $175 on this one. And then I'm going to let you guys tell me if there's anything else in the bowl that you're interested in. Otherwise, yeah, this is a really cool fish. Otherwise, we're going to pass. Opening bid is $175. Opening bid $175. Do we have an opening bidder? We're currently at $175. Definitely a cool fish. There's a fish, white face, right under the net that keeps coming up. Beniquico, I think. I will go for that one next. White face. Under the net, you see a Beniquico in here with a white face. We'll put this one aside and look for the fish that you're talking about. White face Beniquico.
He went in the net with the killer.
I missed it. I apologize. Was it this one here? I see the one with the orange strip on face. Orange strip on face. Okay, this one right here. The opening bid on this one is $175. Opening bid $175, Katie. Let me know. Definitely a cool Beniquico. Opening bid $175. It's Yamato. Yeah. Metallic skin. Opening bid is $175. Goes to Katie. Katie's at $175. Do we have $185? It is Yamato. Yamato Nishiki, orange tiger stripe. Richard, I will look for the orange tiger stripe after this. The other one of these? Okay, the one that was there that I had before? There's another one over there. It's got to be this one here then. Orange. We're at $175 going once. No other bidders. We're at $175 going twice. Sold to Katie for $175. Okay, which fish were you talking about? We have some unique showy here. You know the Yamato here. This one right here. Good pick, Katie. Let me know which fish you're talking about. I'm gonna go up a little bit just so you can
You have it.
take a look in the bowl here. Otherwise, we're gonna move to our next set of fish. There could be. I don't know if it was this one you were talking about.
Yellow dragon that has
Dragon with orange.
I think it's
Was it this one? Looks light yellow. I mean,
the one you just pointed to.
which was which one? This one right here?
I would know it.
That's it. Okay. This one. If this is a one, just give me a thumbs up. And the opening bid on this is 175. Or we could just go with a flat fee for the rest of the fishing here. Whatever you guys want to do. No, the one you just pulled out. Okay. Okay, so I think it's this one. It was this one. Is an Aragoki yellow dragon or golden dragon? Yes. You can open the bidding at 175, Richard. Bidding is at 175. This is an Aragoki golden dragon from Aoki. Richard's at 175. We're looking for 180, 185, currently at 175 with Richard. We have 45 people on. Currently at 175. The 175 going once. Excuse me. 175 going twice. And we're sold at 175. Michael, you got a pick? All right, guys, any other fishing here? Otherwise, we are going to move on. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see in here. Definitely looks like a tiger. Anything else in here before we move on? I'm going to put these guys back. You know, we can just grab the bowl and just carry it over there. Anyone saying anything before we do? All right, we're going back with these guys. We're going to go get a couple more fish for you. Here, we can pour it right in. No. Just put it down and grab an end. So open that one up. Just give us a couple of seconds. You grab it. Don't worry about that. Just grab this. All right, guys. We have one more bowl for you set up. Just spray my hand. Got this one over here. Grab that bowl over there. Got a nice mix of fish here. Sorry. I don't think I'll do that again. There was a lot of fish. Okay. These fish are a little bit bigger. Most of them anyway. Bids are going to be a little bit higher on some of these. Some of them will be around the same. Take a look in the bowl here. Got some Ginrin Hiutsuri in here as well. There's a lot of fish in here. What? Which one? The Chagway? Pull them out. Check out the pattern on this Benny Kuminryu. Check out this Benny Kuminryu, guys. Opening bid is $200. What a unique fish. This fish is just, this fish looks like a painting. It looks like we're just going to do all auction today. I mean, it's just kind of going that route. We don't have to do all auction. I can certainly give, there's a couple of fish in here I can give a straight number to. The opening bid on this fish is $200. It's definitely a very, very unique Benny Kuminryu. We have an opening bid of $200. I might just grow this one out. Katie, $200. Thank you, Katie. Katie's at $200. We have $225. Currently at $200. What an amazing fish this is. The Benny Kuminryu. We have $200 going once. I'm going to try and go a little bit faster here. That $200 going twice. Sold for $200. Okay, next. Alright, so the question was, are we going to have any that are a lower price or a static price? And yes, I will do a static price. I have some Hiutsuri here. So some Ginrin Hiutsuri. It's going to be hard for me to tell the difference. Alright, so Ginrin Hiutsuri, opening price on these is $125. Well, they're $125 each. Okay? So, here's number 1, number 2, or number 3. They're $125 each. I have to keep an eye on these guys to make sure they stay in line. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. They're $125 each. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Do we have any? The $125 each. Guys, stay in your. I keep telling them they got to stay in position. They don't want to stay in position. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Do we have any bidders? 1, 2, or 3? Number 1, number 2, number 3. These are Ginrin Hiutsuri. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. They're $125 each. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Do we have any bidders? $125 each. Huh? Sorry, I'm just trying to keep them in position here. Okay, so shipping, it all depends on what you're doing. So it's free shipping when you spend $650 or more on Southwest Cargo, which is airport to airport. If you're doing by the box, Michael is really the one to talk to about that. We do UPS. Either way, you do have to do insurance. Michael would have to give you a better answer on shipping. It depends on where you live. If you're doing door to door, it's definitely much more expensive. You have to get insurance no matter what. Number 3. So number 1, number 2, or number 3. This is number 3. Can you just verify number 3 for 125? Jennifer? Jennifer just took number 3. He doesn't want to stop moving. So we're just trying to get a picture of him. Jane, a little late. Someone already picked up number 3 for 125. Got it? We do have more Ginrin Suri. We're going to go to something else right now. Got a lot of unique fish in here. All right, we have a very clean Kikakiryu. Check out this Kikakiryu. Pure white. Opening bid on this is $250. This is pure white on this fish. Very nice, clean scalation down the spine. Opening bid is $250. This fish is absolutely gorgeous. Nice, clean head. We have an opening bid of $250. This is pure white. Deutz. This is a Kikakiryu. Opening bid is $250. Some of the fish in here, guys, will start at a higher number. Opening bid is $250. Absolutely gorgeous Kikakiryu. Super clean. So we have $250 on this one. Opening bid is $250. I know someone's thinking about this fish. This fish is gorgeous. Kikakiryu from Aoki. Opening bid is $250. We have $250 on this fish. This fish goes for a lot more. Fish is going for $250 opening bid. Looking for an opening bid on this fish. I'll drop the opening bid to $225. Opening bid $225. You're at $225. If no one at $225, we are definitely moving on. Opening bid of $225. Might as well just grow this one out. This fish is gorgeous. Opening bid of $225. We have $225. Richard. We have $225. Do we have $250? Do we have $230? Do we have $240? We're at $225 with Richard. Currently at $225. Do we have another bidder on this gorgeous, super white? The Shiroji is the whitest white on this Kikakiryu. This guy's got a pulled scale. Gabe, you want to put him back? All right, 225 going once. $225 going twice. Sold for $225. All right, next. I have a really cool kin Showa here. Kin Showa is a metallic Showa. Very cool pattern. This kin Showa opening bid is $150. 150 opening bid on this kin Showa. Good size, 10 inches. Kin Showa going for $150 opening bid. Rob, I'll go to that one next. This is a kin Showa. This is from Tanaka S. Opening bid is $150. $150 on this kin Showa. Very nice kin Showa. The black and white Ginrin. Okay. That's not. This is a very nice kin Showa. We have an opening bid at $150. $150. $150 is a steal on this fish. We have an opening bid on this kin Showa, which is a metallic skin Showa. Looking for $150 opening bid. Is that the one he's talking about? Yeah. Matsu Kawabaki. Bill, $150. Good call. We're at $150. We're 150 looking for 160. We're currently at $150. That Matsu Kawabaki is gorgeous. We're at $150. Looking for 160 going once. Going twice. Sold for $150. Okay, Matsu Kawabaki, gorgeous Matsu Kawabaki. Opening bid. Opening bid is $200. Opening bid is $200 on this Matsu Kawabaki. It's a gorgeous Ginrin Matsu Kawabaki. You guys know I'm a big fan of Matsu Kawabaki. Opening bid is $200. Katie, open the bid up at $200. We have $225. We're currently at $200. You can put $225. We are at $200 on this Ginrin Matsu Kawabaki from Aoki. Looking for $225. We have $225. Looking for $225. And this Ginrin Chagoi jumped in. We have $200. Did you have a higher bid? Currently at $200. Looking for $225. $250. Katie, you're going to take this home for a steal if no one jumps on this. We're at $200 on this Ginrin Matsu Kawabaki. Very, very nice. This is a very high quality Ginrin Matsu Kawabaki. Absolutely gorgeous. This fish is worth way more than $200. Do we have any other bidders? Currently at $200. We're at $200. Koi Koi is at $220. Hi, Mom. We're currently at $220 with Koi Koi. I Heart Koi, Koi Koi is at $220. Do we have another bid? We're looking for $225, $230. $230, Katie. Katie's at $230. We're currently at $200, $230. Do we have another bid? $240, $250. We're currently at $230. This is from Aoki. We're at Koi Koi's at $240. Currently at $240. I love you too, Mom. We're at $240. Katie's at $250. We are on a run here. We're at $250. We have $260, $270. Where are we at? We're at $250 with Katie. Katie's at $250. Koi Koi, the bid is to you. We're at $250. Koi Koi is at $280. Big jump for Koi Koi. Katie, the bid is to you. We're at $280. Koi Koi could take this one home. We're at $280. Katie, the bid is to you. $290, $300. Koi Koi's final is at $280. Katie's at $300, and Koi Koi said final at $280. We're at $300. $300 going once. $300 going twice. Sold for $300 to Katie. You got a picture? Next. We'll do a Shisui. Where was that Shisui at? We'll do the Shisui. Shisui from Mario Hero. Opening bid, $200. Opening bid, very nice symmetrical scalation down the spine. Like how it splits up on the dorsal. Nice Benny. Has Benny on the cheek, on the gill plates. Benny in the tail. Opening bid is $200. We have $200 on this Shisui. Opening bid, $200. Yeah, it was a very nice fish. It was a gorgeous fish. $200 on this Shisui. Do we have an opening bid of $200? We want to move a little bit quicker here. We got a lot of fish to go through in this bowl. We're at $200. We have an opening bid of $200. Guillermo keeps jumping in. All right. We can go back to the Shisui at a later time. I want to go with this Benikumen Ryu because this Benikumen Ryu is really unique. Check out this Benikumen Ryu, guys. Look at this. Gorgeous red head. Black eyes. Love the white. Yeah, it's got a white heart on the side. See that? Look at that right there. What a gorgeous fish. This fish is gorgeous. Opening bid is $225. Opening bid of $225. This fish is worth way, way more. Opening bid is $225 on this Benikumen Ryu. What an absolutely gorgeous fish. We have an opening bid of $225. Who's going to open the bid? What a unique Benikumen Ryu this is. Also from Aoki. Looking for an opening of $225. I was going to open at $250, but I figured I would start it a little bit lower. We're at $225 opening bid. This is a Laura's at $225. We got Captain Jack Sparrow again. We got Jack Sparrow, the Benikumen Ryu. Laura's at $225. Looking for $235, $240. We're at $225. We have another bidder. We're at $225. Currently at $225. Who's the next bidder? Katie's at $235. Laura, the bid is to you. We're currently at $235. Laura, the bid is to you. Do we have any other bidders? Laura's at $240. Currently at $240. $240. Katie, the bid is to you. We're at $240. A gorgeous Benny Kumanryu from Aoki. Currently at $240. We have $250. Looking for $250. One white barbell and one orange. Good catch on that. That was a good catch, Brian. It does. So one barbell is white and one barbell is orange. Katie's going to pass. We have $240 is the top bid here. Do we have any other bidders? $240. Currently at $240 going once. Koa, nice to see you. $240 going twice. Sold to Laura for $240. You got a picture? All right. Next, can you add a little bit of water to this? What do you think? Garomo time? It's Garomo time. I got two Garomo. We have Garomo 1 and Garomo 2. Michael is going to set the price here. We're going to go with a set price. These guys are, this one's almost 12 inches, this one's 11 inches. The price on these is $250. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1, number 2. Number 1, number 2. Number 2 has a little bit going over to the eye. There's number 1 and number 2. You can see more pronounced scalation on number 2. Here's number 1 and number 2. $250 each. Do we have anyone? Number 1 or number 2? Did I just switch them? I don't even remember. There's number 1 and number 2. Garomo, number 1 and number 2. Do we have any bidders? No bidders. It's just a set price, $250 each. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 or number 2? Number 2, Laura has a lot more coming in. Yes, number 1 and number 2. You can see more coming in on number 2. Definitely gorgeous fish. Number 1 and number 2. They're $250 each. Number 2 is about almost 12 inches. Number 1 and number 2. Do we have anyone for number 1 or number 2? Very nice fish. Number 1 or number 2. We're going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. Any bidders on number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? Otherwise, I'm going to put them down. That's the wrong wording. I'm going to put them aside. Oh my gosh. Number 1 or number 2? Number 2 has an interesting, amazing pattern. Yes, it does. Number 1 or number 2? Do we have any bidders? Number 1 or number 2? They're $250 each. Do we have any takers? Number 1 or number 2? All right, I'm going to move on. Number 1 or number 2? We're moving on up to the big time, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up. What are we picking next, guys? What are we picking next? There's a lot of nice fish in here. I have this gorgeous, gorgeous Deutsch Sanke. Look at this Deutsch Sanke right here from Aoki. Could be Benny Kuman Ryu. Price, Michael? $250. No bidding on this one, $250. We have any takers at $250. Gorgeous fish. Laura, you picked some great fish today. Going $250 on this one. This is gorgeous fish. Any takers at $250. Going once. Chagway, I'll put the Chagway up next. Any takers on this one for $250? Alright, we're going to move on. Chagway. So I have a darker and a lighter Chagway here. We don't, although guys, we have a lot of single color fish, we don't do a lot of single color fish on the show. And the reason why is single color fish are very hard to pick out in the tank. So if we have a lot of one type of fish in the tank and they're all very similar, it's just almost impossible for us to pick them out. So we will do our best when it comes to a single color fish, but we cannot promise. Because if I have 10 of one type of single color fish and they all look the same, it's just really difficult to tell the difference. But these Ginran Chagway are going for $200 each. There's number 1 and number 2. Number 1 on the left, number 2 is on the right. Number 2 is going to be difficult and he's going to move around. There's number 1 and number 2. They're $200 each. Number 1 and number 2. These guys are almost identical. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is a little darker. Number 1 for $200. It's yours. Is that the person I was asking for it before? Okay. We are almost at 4 hours. We're 15 minutes away from 4-hour show. Michael's just trying to get a picture, and then we'll move on. Good? Alright. Guys, take a look in the bowl. There's a lot of gorgeous fish in here. I have a very, very unique, there's a lot of unique fish in here. Huh? 200. I have a very large Ginran Yamabuki here. Starting bid on this Ginran Yamabuki. So on 12 inches is, starting bid is $250. Ginran Yamabuki, starting bid $250. We have an opening bid of $250. Looking for $250 on this Ginran Yamabuki. Looking for an opening bid of $250 on this Ginran Yamabuki. We're going to kind of jump through this, just because I don't want these fish to get too stressed out. Looking for an opening bid of $250. It's a 12-inch Ginran Yamabuki. When this fish gets big, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous, glistening in the sun. Very nice Ginran on this fish. Opening bid $250. We have $250 on this fish. Like everyone's kind of teetering out, which I can understand. It's been a long show. All black. All black. What belly is it? Red or yellow? Okay, so that's a Karasu. I'll do that one next. And we'll do the yellow dragon down middle of head. Also awesome fish. Alright, we're going to move on from the Yamabuki. We're going to do the Karasu. Karasu first, and it does have a nice red belly. I know because I picked it out. This is Deutsch Karasu. Nice red belly. You see that? Deutsch jet black. Opening bid $225. The Deutsch Karasu from Aoki opening bid is $225. Laura, are you saying yes to an opening bid of $225? Well, Laura's at $230. $230 bid. We're at $230. Gorgeous Karasu from Aoki for $230. Do we have another bid? Looking for $230. We're at $240. Do we have a $240? Sorry, I'm getting confused here. We're at $230. Do we have $240? $245. Looking for another bid. Currently at $230 with Laura. Currently at $230. Karasu from Aoki. Absolutely gorgeous jet black. Nice red belly. Alright, we're at $230 going once. $230 going twice. Sold. $230. Laura. Golden Dragon. I know exactly which one. Aragoki Golden Dragon. Opening bid. Opening bid on this is $225. Opening bid is $225. Opening bid of $225. Do you have $225 opening bid on this Golden Dragon? Who's asking about the Golden Dragon before? Michael Brewster. I believe this is the one you were talking about. Opening bid $225. We have an opening bid of $225. Currently looking for $225. And then guys, I'm going to let you take a look at the bowl. If you don't see anything, that's okay. Michael Brewster says he loves it. Michael, is this a fish you want? The opening bid is $225. This is an Aragoki Golden Dragon. Currently going for $225. Opening bid $225. Something must be going on. Can you take this? Can I use your phone?
Alrighty. While Sean is handling some stuff. Here, hold on. Let's move this out of here. Alright. Michael Brewster, are you going to take this fish or are you going to open it up at $225? If not, that's okay. Just let me know. ¿Está bien?
No, all right, guys. There's a lot of nice fish in this bowl. Not a big deal if we put them back. I mean, we haven't even opened the store yet for the season. You guys have had first picks on all these amazing fish. If you don't take anything here, it's not a big deal. They will definitely sell later in the season. But if there's a fish you would like to see, just let me know. Take a look in the bowl. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to see if there's something else you may want. Otherwise, we're going to put all these guys back, and we're going to call the show for today. Kiyutsuri. So no Kiyutsuri today, Jane. Not today. Anything else in this bowl, guys? I have Ginrin Hiyutsuri, and I actually have one regular Hiyutsuri in here. Otherwise, we're going to call the show for today. Let me know if there's something else in here. Brian, one in the bowl. So there's no Kiyutsuri in here. These are all Hiyutsuri. I know it looks like it could be a Kiyutsuri yellow, but it's actually Hi. They're all Hiyutsuri. I know for a fact that they're all Hiyutsuri. All right. I think I'm going to put all these guys back. If you see something in here and you're interested, take a screenshot. Let me know, and we'll pull it for you. You have till Monday to make your picks before they go back in with the rest of the fish. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for a great show. I appreciate you taking the time. I know it was a long show. It was almost 4 hours. We will not be doing a show next weekend because we'll be away. We will try and do a live show from the Water Garden Expo in Oklahoma. I'm not sure what day it's going to be. It's probably going to be on the 29th. Likely we'll do it on the 29th. I just need to talk to the marketing team, and we'll pick the right day, and we'll let you guys know what time. And we look forward to seeing you. Thank you for joining us. And in 2 weeks' time, you should be seeing some crazy progress on the front ponds. So I'm excited to show you what it's going to be like in 2 weeks' time. If it gets nowhere, we're in trouble for our opening day on April 13th. So thank you for joining us. Remember about the raffle, go to the website, coinmarket.com. The raffle will be ending the first week of March. And have a great week, and we'll talk soon. Bye.